Hello and welcome to Pabbly Connect. So in this video, we are going to discuss the top 15 Twilio automations that you can set up with Pabbly Connect. So we all know Twilio is one of the most popular services used by a lot of users to send or receive SMS notification. And in this video, we are going to discuss how automating these tasks can help you a lot. So let's discuss a few of automation use cases. The first use case that we have is getting automatic SMS reminder for Google Calendar events. Let's say you use Google Calendar to manage all the upcoming events or important dates. Now you want that if you have an event tomorrow, you should receive a SMS notification on your phone for your tomorrow's event as a reminder. So using this automation, you can achieve it. The next automation that we have is getting SMS for WooCommerce product review. Let's say you have created an e-commerce store using WooCommerce and you want that whenever you receive a new product review on your e-commerce store, you should get a SMS notification for the new review which you have received with all the review details. So using this automation, you can achieve that. The next automation that we have is sending SMS confirmation on form submission. Let's say you have created an online form using Google Form or any other online form building application. Now you want that whenever a user is going to enter their details and submits the form, you want to send a confirmation message as an SMS to the same user who has submitted the form. So using this automation of Pabbly Connect and Twilio, you can achieve it too. The next one that we have is sending SMS for a new database item in Notion. Let's say you're using Notion to manage or track all the new data which you are getting from various sources. Now you want that whenever you create a new database item, let's take an example of leads. Let's say you added new data of lead in Notion database, you want to receive a notification on your number or you want to send a notification to the same lead whose data you have added. So using this automation, you can achieve that. You add the details of the person in Notion and automatically an SMS will be sent to the same person on their number. The next automation that we have is send or receive SMS when HubSpot contact is created. And this is pretty amazing. Let's say you are using a CRM platform like HubSpot. Now you want that whenever the details of a lead or a contact in HubSpot, your CRM platform is updated, you want to receive a SMS notification on your number and also you want to send a SMS notification to the users or the contact's number as well, confirming that their details are now updated. So using this automation, you can achieve it. The last one which we are going to discuss is automatically getting bill reminders on SMS. Let's say on a monthly basis, there are a lot of bills to pay. And on a regular basis, you just keep on forgetting the upcoming bill dates. So using this automation, you just have to enter the details of your bills, the amounts and the upcoming reminder dates in your Google Sheet and you will get automated reminders a few days before the bill due date. So these were just a few of them, but in this complete video, we will be discussing the top 15 Twilio automations that are going to help you a lot. And we are going to show you the step-by-step process that how you can set up all of these automations by yourself. So without any further delay, let's begin.
In this video, I'll show you how to get automatic reminders via SMS from Google Calendar. So every time you create a new event into your Google Calendar, now you can receive the reminders of all those events via SMS on your phone one day before the event, that too automatically. Yes, it is possible. In this way, you do not have to keep on checking your Google Calendar again and again that what events you have scheduled into your Google Calendar, because every time the event is created, the reminder will automatically arrive on your phone. And for receiving the SMS, I am going to use this Twilio application. Want to set this automation for yourself? Come with me and I will show you the whole process step by step. To automate this process, I'll have to integrate my Google Calendar and this Twilio SMS application, and I'm going to do that with Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing integration and automation software, and I'm already an existing user, so that is why I am already logged in. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, okay? And in this free account, you will also get free tasks to test this automation, okay? Once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button that is create workflow and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation, okay? So I have pasted the name, something like when event is created in calendar, get reminder one day before automatically, okay? Simply click on create and then you will find two boxes. So these are actually trigger and action. Let me show you. All right, trigger and action. So here trigger means when this happens, action means do this. Okay, whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Okay, understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. Okay, according to our use case, whenever any event is added, any event is created into the Google Calendar application. Okay, so that is why I have selected this application first, then automatically get a reminder via Twilio application. Okay, so here for receiving the SMS, I'm going to use this Twilio application. In place of this SMS application, if you want to use other application, you can also do the same. You can also search for your SMS based application. Okay, so the idea here is I'm going to connect to Google Calendar with the Pabbly Connect, so that whenever any new event is created, okay, you can even read the instructions. Triggers when the new event is created. Okay, whenever any event is created into my Google Calendar, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect. Okay, and you will have to provide the access of your Google Calendar account. Okay, I will go with the existing connections because here you can see I have made several connections earlier. Okay, so clicking on save, and this is how my Google Calendar application will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, and if you are building this connection for the first time, you will have to connect this application by signing in. Okay, you cannot use the existing connection. All right, here you can see whatever the calendars available inside my Google Calendar have started visible here since we are connected. Okay, so I am going to create a new event inside this Pabbly Connect calendar. Okay, so how about I schedule an event for this 24th of March and assume that I have a meeting with Mr. Roy. Okay, so let me change it as month. Okay, so let me schedule an event for this 24th of March and assume that I have a meeting with Mr. Roy. Okay, so I will be adding the meeting name as Mr. Roy, basically the event name. Okay, and the meeting is actually on the Friday 24th March, and here I will also add the start time. Okay, so let's say I have the meeting at around 2:15 p.m. Okay, so I have also defined the timing 2:15 to 3:15. Okay, and just in case if you also want to add the description, you can also do the same. Okay, we need to discuss the partnership with Pabbly Connect. Okay, I'm adding any random description here. Let me also correct the spelling of this partnership. All right, I think I have added all the important or necessary details which are actually required for creating an event. Okay, clicking on save, and then I'll come back to Pabbly Connect. All right, I will be clicking on this. I will be selecting this Pabbly Connect calendar, and then I will click on this save and send test request button, and here you can see whatever the recent event I have created inside this calendar, the details of the same has been captured, has been received as a response. Okay, let me show you the details one by one. Here we have the updated date. Okay, so today is actually 22nd March and it is showing the updated date. We have the summary as well, that is meeting with Mr. Roy. It is the same detail. Okay, we have the status as confirmed. We even have the start date, that is 24th of March, and here we have the timing as the 2:15. All right, okay, let me show you other details. Okay, so we have other details as the end time, and we even have the description. We have the creator email, and this is how we have other important details. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between my Google Calendar and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. Okay, so now onwards what will happen, every time a new event is created into my Google Calendar, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect, but this trigger will check for the new data in every 10 minutes. Okay, so just in case you are not getting the reminders in real time or immediately, just wait for at least 10 minutes patiently, because the trigger of this Google Calendar is actually a polling based, which will capture the response in every 10 minutes. Okay, don't bother if the data is not arriving immediately. Okay, moving further, now I want that a reminder should be received automatically one day before the event. Okay, so I have the event on which which particular date? Basically on 24th date. So firstly I'll have to fetch the date of one day before the event, okay, which is going to be 23rd March. Okay, so how I'm going to fetch this date of one day before? Okay, so simply click on this plus icon, and here I will add a new step as the date and time formatter feature. Okay, with the help of this feature, well, it is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can perform various kind of operations within your date and time, with date and time. Okay, so I want to subtract one day in this current date, in this event date, so that is why I have selected this action event. Okay, and firstly it is asking to enter the date. Okay, so basically the date which you would like to format. Okay, so I would like to format this start date, okay, which is actually of the 24th March. And don't worry, I don't need to manually copy this date and paste it here. I'm going to map this date. Okay, so simply click on this particular field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Okay, select your start date time here, and so this is called mapping inside Pabbly Connect. And whatever the details you are going to map here will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time in next time. Here it is asking for the expression. Okay, so you can read the instructions, you can add the expression of months, days, hours. Okay, since I wanted to subtract one day, so that is why I have added this specific expression. Okay, asking for the to format and the from format. Okay, so I have the from format in this YYYYMMDD Okay, so let me search for this from format, that is YYYY. Okay, so here I have this YYYYMMDD Okay, I have provided the from format, and in this to format I will be searching for this YYYYMMDD the simple format. Okay, why I am specifically looking for this simple format, that is YYMMDD I will let you know this later. Okay, for now you will have to go with this particular format only. Okay, click on save and send test request, and this is how you will get the date of one day advance. I'm sorry for that, one day before the event's date, that is the 23rd of March. Okay, now in my automation I will define something like that this automation should wait until this particular date. Okay, basically after the event creation date. Okay, as soon as the event is created, it should wait for this particular date. Until this date is not arrived, it should not send the SMS, it should not send the reminder. Okay, so how I am going to delay this automation until this particular date? Well, Pabbly Connect offers an amazing feature of delay via which you can delay your automations, delay your workflows, okay, until a specific date. Okay, so let me show you how we are going to do that. Okay, so here we have the delay for and delay until. In this case I want to delay my automation until a specific date, and here I will be adding the date of this one day before. Okay, let me show you this 23rd March. Okay, and remember I have told you that I am specifically taking this particular format because delay asks for this particular format only. Here you can see it is asking me to provide the date in YYMMDD Okay, so that is why here only I have specified this particular format. Otherwise I'll had to perform one more step in order to change the format of this date. Okay, so let me map the date here. Okay, so here from this particular step I'm going to map the date of one day before. I'll be clicking on this button save and send test request, and this is how this automation has been delayed until this specific date and time. Okay, once this particular date and time will arrive, what should be the next step? Basically it should send the reminder automatically on the SMS, on my SMS, on my phone number. Okay, so for sending and receiving the SMS I am going to use Twilio application. Okay, again let me search for this Twilio. All right, and in the action event, since I want to receive an SMS, since I want to send an SMS, so I have selected the same, and just like we have connected Google Calendar with Pabbly Connect, now I'm going to connect Twilio with Pabbly Connect, and for the connection it is asking for the SID, for the token, and again for the SID. Okay, so simply click on this hyperlink, and once you will reach to this particular page, it will firstly going to ask you the verification code. Here you can see it is asking for the verification code. Alright, so I have fetched my verification code and provided the same, and this is how the verification process will be done, and then it will take me to the page where I will get the authorization token and the SID. Alright, so from the left hand side you'll have to open this API keys and tokens, okay, and from here exactly I will be copying all my important details, that is the SID. Okay, let me copy the same and paste it at both the places. And lastly it is asking for the authorization key. Okay, so click on this I button and copy the token from here and paste the same, click on save, and this is how Twilio application will be connected with Pabbly Connect. Okay, I'll have to check what is wrong with this. Alright, so I have reconnected my Twilio account and provide the access once again, and this is how now you will see my Twilio account will be connected with Pabbly Connect. Okay, now here the very first field I have is the body of the SMS. Okay, so from here exactly we can actually customize our message, that what message we would like to receive. Okay, so I have composed a very small message, an SMS already. Okay, so let me show you. Hello Sonam, you have an appointment or an event scheduled with, okay, here I will be adding the name, or maybe I will be adding the description or the summary. Okay, so how I can add it, as I have told you earlier that we can do this process with the help of mapping. Okay, so I am going to open this Google Calendar data, and here I will be mapping this summary. Okay, you have an appointment or event scheduled with meeting with Mr. Roy, okay, on date. Okay, so here I will be adding the date of the appointment. Okay, so where is the date? Let me search for the same. Here I have the start date. Okay, and lastly I'm going to share all the event details, that is what is the event or appointment name, what is the description, and lastly I will add this thanks. Okay, so what is my event name? Okay, so I have the event name as this meeting with Mr. Roy only, and the description I have is something like it is all about the partnership, I remember. Alright, so here I have the description that we need to discuss the partnership with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, in my SMS I have only included 2 to 3 important details, but just in case if you want to include more details you can also do the same. Okay, so this is how whatever the details I have provided manually will remain same, but whatever the details I have mapped here will replace automatically when this automation will work in next time or in real time. Okay, asking for the sender name and the recipient name. Okay, in this particular case I would like to receive all the SMS on my phone number only. Okay, so here I will be adding my number only, following these instructions, following this particular format. Okay, so let me replace this number currently with a dummy number. Okay, but don't worry, I will replace this number with my genuine number when I'll click on this button finally. Okay, asking for the sender number, so I am going to use this number provided by Twilio only. Here you can see I am currently into the trial period. Okay, and I am using this number only, and this is provided by Twilio. Okay, I'll be clicking on this button, but before that let me first replace this number with my genuine phone number. Alright, so I have provided my genuine number, clicking on this button, save and send test request, and waiting for that message to be arrived. Okay, so here it is showing that the response is received, and I hope you have heard the notification on my phone. Let me add the screenshot of that SMS which I have received on my phone as a reminder of this particular Google Calendar event. And here you can see this is the SMS I have received. This is the reminder I have received on my phone number automatically via SMS. Okay, so this is how now onwards you can also receive such kind of reminders on your phone number automatically. You do not have to remember the date and time of your events. You do not have to keep on checking your Google Calendar again and again, because once you will mark an event here, you will create an event here. After that, if you have created this automation inside Pabbly Connect, after that every time the event date will arrive, it will automatically send the reminder to you 1 day before the event automatically. Okay, you do not have to do anything manually. Okay, and just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the shareable link of my workflow into the description box. Okay, you just need to click on that link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and you will be be able to access this workflow inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. And once you have set this automation inside Pabbly Connect, you can simply close Pabbly Connect, sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. Automatically send SMS to your LinkedIn lead. So do you also want to automatically send the SMS to your new lead which you have captured via LinkedIn lead generation form? Then this video is for you, because here I am going to show you how to integrate LinkedIn lead generation form with the SMS application Twilio and automate the process of SMS sending to your new lead. So what will happen whenever any new lead is captured, the messages, the SMS will get sent on their phone number automatically. I am using Twilio, but in place of that you can use any SMS application with the LinkedIn lead generation form. Want to learn how you can do that? Come with me and I'll show you the whole process step by step. Now to automate this process, I'll have to build an integration in LinkedIn lead generation form and SMS application Twilio, and I am going to do that with the Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing integration and automation software, and I am an existing user, so I am already logged into the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. And you can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from here, and you will also get free tasks in the free account. Now click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I'll provide the name something like when new lead is captured. Okay, provide any random name, auto send SMS, or you can say a welcome SMS to your lead. Okay, I'm providing this particular name, and let me also correct the spelling of this your. Okay, YOUR it should be. Okay, now click on create, and then you will find 2 boxes in front of you. So these are trigger and action. Okay, let me show you trigger and action. So trigger means when this happens, action means do this. Whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. According to our use case, whenever any new lead is arrived in which application, in LinkedIn lead generation application, in a LinkedIn lead generation form, then automatically send SMS. And here for sending the SMS, I am using this Twilio application. In place of Twilio, you can also use any other SMS application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in this trigger and action window in which you are building an automation. Okay, and now I'm going to connect these 2 applications with the Pabbly Connect. How? First, select the trigger event. I just have a single trigger event here, that is new lead generation form response. So read the instructions. It will trigger when you receive a new form response. Okay, so I have selected the same. Click on connect, then click on add new connection. Click on connect with lead generation form. Provide the access of your LinkedIn account here. Alright, so I have provided this access, and this is how the authorization will be successful and LinkedIn lead generation form will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, currently it is not showing anything in this account, so how about I first click on this refresh to fetch the new items. Okay, here you can see as soon as I have clicked this refresh button, the accounts have started visible here. Okay, and I'm going to select this Naveen Kole form. Here you can see I have this Naveen Kole MB and Pabbly account, and I'll be selecting this Naveen Kole form. Okay, so let me select the same. I can close this window as well. Okay, and in this section it is showing all the lead generation form which I have created inside my LinkedIn account. Here you can see where is the lead generation form. Okay, let me check. Alright, so under this assets you can find all the lead generation form. Okay, I'll have to wait for that. Here you can see whatever the forms I have created are visible here. Okay, come back to Pabbly Connect, and I am going to select which particular form. Basically the form which is actually associated with my advertisement. Okay, so what is the advertisement I am actually running? I have 2 campaign group with the default campaign group name and the clothing brand. So I will go with this default campaign group. Basically it's just a testing group. Okay, in this group I have created a campaign name with the lead generation, and I am running an advertisement for my astrology business. Here you can see, and if I will edit this particular ad in front of you, you will see which particular form is actually associated with my advertisement. Okay, I'll take you down. Okay, under under this form details you can find that which forms is associated with this. All right, with this form, with this advertisement, sample lead generation form is associated, so I am going to select the same. All right, so come back to Pabbly Connect and let me select the same, that is sample lead generation form. So the idea here is, if anyone is interested in my advertisement and if they will fill out my lead generation form, okay, so this is my advertisement and they can actually fill this form by clicking on this register button. Here you can see this is the button. Okay, as soon as they will be filling this form, the details will be captured via Pabbly Connect, and if I will click on that button, the most recent entry, it is going to capture the most recent entry. Okay, currently it doesn't have any leads, so how about I first make a new lead? I am going to submit this particular lead generation form as a user. Okay, assume that I am actually interested in this astrology business. In this astrology, I would like to know more about this, and I am going to provide my details here. Alright, so I have provided a dummy email address, a dummy phone number, and in this first name and last name you can see it has taken the default values. Now from where it is actually taking this default value, let me show you. If I will open this ad in front of you once again, and if I will show you the page which is associated with this particular ad, okay, I'm going to edit this particular page. You will see that the first name and last name, in this first name and last name field, the default values are already provided, and that is why it is taking these two default values into my form. So currently we are creating this automation just for the testing purpose, so I'll go with this particular details only, basically with Pabbly as a first name and subscription billing as in last name. Okay, let me click on this submit button. Okay, alright, here you can see information sent to Pabbly. Come back to Pabbly Connect and let me click on this button once again, and this time I'm really expecting that data to be arrived as a response. Alright, so the response is received. Let me show you the details. The form name is the same, that is sample lead generation form. Let me show you other details as well. Alright, so here we have the very same email address as well. Let me also check for the phone number. This is the same phone number, and we have the name and last name as the Pabbly and the subscription billing management service as the last name. Okay, so I think the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between Pabbly Connect and LinkedIn lead generation form is working absolutely fine. Okay, now I'm going to send an automatic SMS to this particular lead. Which lead? Basically the number which he has provided us. Okay, and this is just a dummy number, but don't worry, I'll replace this number when I will send the real SMS to this particular person. Okay, and for sending the SMS, I'm using this Twilio application. You can use any SMS application with the LinkedIn. Okay, in place of Twilio you can select other application as well. Okay, in the action event I'll go with the send SMS message because I would like to send the SMS. Click on add new connection, and for the connection it is asking for the SID, for the token, and once again it is asking for the SID. Okay, so from where you can get these details, directly click on this particular hyperlink, and firstly it will ask you for the verification, basically the phone number, basically the code. Let me provide the code here first. Alright, so I have provided the code, clicked on verify. I'm really expecting that it will take me to that specific place from where I can get the SID. Okay, so here from the left hand sidebar you'll have to select this API keys and tokens. After that you will find the SID here. Okay, copy this SID. Okay, come back to Pabbly Connect and paste the same ID at both the places, asking for the authorization token. Okay, so you can also get the authorization token from this I button. Okay, this is the token. I have copied the same. Let me paste the same, click on save, and I am expecting that Twilio will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. Alright, it is done. Now it is asking body of the SMS, basically what SMS you would like to send to this particular lead or to every new lead which will arrive via LinkedIn lead generation form. Okay, so I would like to send which SMS. I have already composed a very small and a nice message here into my notepad, so I'm going to copy the same, and let me first correct the formatting here. Okay, hello, and here the name of the person will appear. Okay, from where I will capture the name. Okay, so remember we have already captured the detail of the person into our previous step, so I am going to collect these details here, and I'm going to send these details into the Twilio. And don't worry, I don't need to manually copy these details and paste it here. I'm going to map it so that the details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so how mapping can be performed? Simply click on this particular field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Let me search for the first name. Remember, we have the first name as the Pabbly. Okay, here you can see we have the first name Pabbly. Alright, so I have mapped the name. Thank you for the registration in Vedic astrologers. Now you can easily connect with hundreds of expert astrologers and get the solution of your problem. Okay, call on this number and our team will contact you. Okay, let me also correct the spelling with one of our expert astrologer. Okay, and this is the number I am providing. Thanks Vedic astrology team. Okay, so this is how you can compose your SMS, and whatever the details you will map here will be replaced automatically. So assume that when the next lead will arrive, this name will be replaced by the name of that new lead. Okay, so this is how with this single message only the SMS will get sent automatically, and every time these details will be replaced. Okay, this is the power of mapping, and that is why mapping plays a very important role in this automation. Asking for the sender number and the recipient number. Well, in this recipient number, of course I am going to map the number of the lead. Okay, so I have this number as 9888. This is just a dummy number. So let me first show you how you can map that number from the above data. Okay, I have mapped it, and don't worry, I will replace this number before I click on this final save and sentence request button. Asking for the sender number, and it should be into this particular format only. Okay, it should be the approved sending number in your Twilio account. Let me take you to my Twilio account. Okay, so this is the Twilio account. If I will go to this phone number section, here you will find the Twilio phone number. I'm just into the trial mode, and let me copy the Twilio number provided by the Twilio and paste the same. And now I'll be clicking on this button, but before that let me replace this number with a genuine number. Alright, so I have provided my genuine number on which I will receive an automatic SMS. Alright, so the response is received, and I'm really expecting the SMS to be arrived here. Okay, so let me check my phone. Alright, so I have received the SMS on my phone number. Let me upload the screenshot of that SMS on my screen. And here you can see this is the SMS I have received from Pabbly Connect, that too automatically. Okay, and this is the SMS. Thank you for the registration in Vedic astrologers. Now you can easily connect with hundreds of expert astrologers and get the solution of your problem. Well, here we have the spelling incorrect of with. Okay, call on this number and our team will connect with you with one of our expert astrologer. Thanks Vedic astrology team. Okay, so let me first correct the spelling of with. Okay, it should be WITH, and I'll be clicking on this button once again so that I can send the correct SMS to that lead. Alright, so once again the response is received, and I will surely receive the better SMS, basically the SMS with correct spelling. Okay, so this is how now onwards every time a new lead is arrived via your LinkedIn lead generation form, you can now automatically send SMS to your leads via Twilio. Okay, and to automate this process you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that you can simply close Pabbly Connect. You can sit back and relax because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually once this automation is created here. Okay, and let me tell you, just in case if the SMS are not getting sent in real time, you will have to wait for at least 10 minutes because the trigger here is the polling based, which will check for the new data into the LinkedIn lead generation form in every 10 minutes. Okay, so it might take at least 10 minutes for that SMS to send. Okay, and just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I'll also attach the shareable link of this workflow inside the description box. Okay, simply click on this particular link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
Hello everyone, in this video we will learn how to send automated appointment reminders on SMS. So if you have collected all the data of your customers or your patients in your Google Sheet and you want to send them reminder SMS through Twilio, then rather than doing this work manually, you can create this automation. By creating an integration between these two applications, this automation will be created with the help of Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be the new row added in Google Sheet and our action will be to send message using Twilio. Let us learn how to do that. So in this video, we will learn how to send automated appointment reminders on SMS. To create this automation, we will be using Pabbly. So let us quickly sign in into our account so that I will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. And from here, we are going to choose Pabbly Connect to create this automation. Click on Access Now. And then you will reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you will see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Google Sheets and Twilio Integration. Click on Create and then a blank workflow will be created for you like you will be seeing on the screen. Here we have two windows, Trigger and Action. Now before we move ahead with the creation of the workflow, make sure that you have opened your already prepared Google Sheet like this, where you have named different columns for appointment details, and then you have your Twilio account as well. Now let us understand the functioning of Trigger and Action window. So the Trigger window is for the first application where the event will take place and it will make the action application perform the assigned action. For example, here we have the Trigger application as Google Sheets, because all the data that will be updated in the Google Sheet in the new row will be fetched by Pabbly Connect over here as a response that you will be seeing soon. Here it says capture webhook response. So we will be using this webhook URL provided by Pabbly to us. And then when we connect our Trigger application and Pabbly Connect, it will be received as a response. What? All the information that will be entered over here. So let us begin with the webhook URL. First of all, you need to fill in the details of the customer or the patient for whom you are creating the appointment. For example, I am using it as, this is the name, the date of appointment is. When you enter the date, make sure that you change the format of this as the plain text so that it will be fetched as it is. No change in the format will be made. The time, so you can also enter the time, that the time of the appointment is, the counselor's name with whom we have the appointment, and the contact number, which is very much necessary because we are going to send an SMS to this contact number only. Here is the contact number. Now, after this, we will proceed with using the webhook URL. So go to extensions and go to add-ons, get add-ons. Over here, we are going to add one add-on to our Google Sheets, which will help us to connect with Pabbly. So here you will put Pabbly Connect webhooks. Now this is the add-on that is already installed in my system, but you need to install it before you create your workflow. Once you're done with the installation, it will be visible to you in the extensions menu only. Click on this Pabbly Connect webhook, go to initial setup, and then it will ask you for the webhook URL and the trigger column. So you need to copy this webhook URL from here and paste it right here. The trigger column is the last updated column. So we have the name, the date of appointment, the time, the name of the counselor, and we have the contact number, which means our trigger column is E. Click on submit. That's how you submit this information. It says that setup configured successfully, and now we send a test because it is waiting for a response right here. Because we have sent a test, we will be receiving a response over here in no time. Here we have the response with all the details that have been entered over here in our sheet. Now once you're done with this, there is one last thing left. Go to extensions again, Pabbly Connect webhook, and initiate the send on event option. This will make sure that every new row added will be sent over here as a response. Now we are going to use this information for sending the message of the appointment as a reminder to our customer. So let us choose our action application as Twilio. The action event over here will be send SMS message. Connect your account by clicking on add new connection, and then it will ask you the SID authorization token. So that you will find over here as soon as you open your Twilio account, scroll down, and in the front page only you will have the SID and the authorization token. You will need your Twilio phone number as well, and you will be getting it when you connect your accounts. So copy this SID, paste it in both the sections over here and the third field as well, and then copy the authorization token and then you paste it right here. Click on save, and then your work is done. It's connected. Now you will enter certain details that are required to send a message or compose a message. The body of the SMS, that what you are going to text the person. So it will be dear map the name of the customer, which is this, your appointment with, map the name of the doctor is on, map the date, which was this, at, the time, and the time is this. All right, please be on time. /n is for the enter, so that whatever you write after that appears in the next line, and this is done. The message has been composed. The sender number, the person who's sending, so we are sending, so we are going to get this from this. Copy your personal Twilio phone number and then paste it here in the sender's number. All right, in the recipient number, you will enter the number that you are going to take from the spreadsheet that we have entered. Just make sure you enter the country code before that, and then you can map the number. It's here. So this is the number. Click on save and send test request, and your message will be sent. So it says that the message has been sent successfully. Let us completely close this window and check for the message that have we received a message or not. So here we have the response. Over here you can see that it's sent from the Twilio trial account, as it says, because it's a trial account. We have the completely composed message that we did just now, and the date and the time is also given over here. So you will be receiving a message like this, or the customer will be receiving a message like this whenever you are adding a new row in your Google Sheets. So when you add something in the Google Sheets, a message will be sent through Twilio. This was the whole workflow. I hope this helped. Hello everyone, in this video we will learn how to get SMS for new WooCommerce product reviews. So when you receive a product review on your WooCommerce website, you want a notification message to be sent that yes, you have received a new review and you can check it on the website. For this, you can create an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect to integrate these two applications, that is WooCommerce and Twilio. In this integration, our trigger will be the new product review received on WooCommerce, and our action will be to send message notification for that specific review. Let us learn how to do that. So in this video, we will learn how can you receive a notification message for any new review that you will be receiving on your WooCommerce. So we will be creating this automation with the help of Pabbly over here. Let us quickly sign in into our account so that I will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly to us. We are going to use Pabbly Connect to connect these two applications, that is Twilio and WooCommerce. Click on Access Now. That will take me to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, I will see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I am going to name it as Send SMS for New Reviews on WooCommerce. Click on Create, and then a blank workflow will be created for you. Like you can see on your screen, you have trigger and action windows. Now trigger and action are for the applications that you are going to choose over here. Make sure that you have opened your WooCommerce and your Twilio over here in separate tabs. It will make it easier for you to connect also and cross-check the actions that you are going to perform. So let us understand the functioning of trigger and action. Trigger is for the first application where the event will take place. That is, WooCommerce is going to be our trigger application where the new comment will arrive. That new review will trigger the action application Twilio to send a message of notification that you have received a new review on your product. So let us choose our trigger application as WooCommerce, and the event here will be new product review. Click on Connect to connect WooCommerce and Pabbly Connect in such a way that whenever a new product review is received, Pabbly Connect gets the response for that. Now click on Add New Connection, and you have to enter the consumer key, consumer secret, and the website URL right here. So how can you get consumer key and consumer secret? You have to follow these help desk instructions given over here. Go to WooCommerce settings, advanced, reset API, and then click on add key button. Let us follow these instructions. We are here in our WooCommerce. We will move on to settings from the left panel, and here you will find advanced in the menu given over here. After menu, this small little icon is for reset API. Click on the button. That will take you to this page where you can add API or webhooks right here to connect or to integrate. Now you have to click on add key and give a name for your key. So I am going to add the description as this is my description, and I will take the permissions for read and write. Generate API key, and this is my consumer and key and consumer secret. Copy this and paste it in their respective places. Now comes website URL. For website URL, you have to copy from the WooCommerce website over here, and you have to copy till .com. That's given over here. So we are going to copy it till WP3 because that is the important part in our website. Copy this and paste it in the website URL. Click on save and the applications are connected. Now you are given the product ID and the status that is approved. So obviously you are going to choose the products that are approved, but the product ID is given over here. So we'll go to all the products that are over here already published, all products, and choose a product on which you want to create a review. For example, I'm going to choose over here this watch. Click on view. And here I can see a product that is watch. The price is given over here and one review has already been received. You can add one more review right here. We'll go back over here and open this drop down menu to search for the watch. And the watch is here. Okay, so now when you click on save and send test request, it will bring you the responses for watch. And for now, it is going to bring the latest response. So when you click on save and send test request, go back and add your review. For example, I'm going to add as so this is my review. Click on submit. Okay, so first you have to select a rating also. So I will give it 3 stars. Submit and my review is complete. I have given the review. Now I will go back to Pabbly Connect and see the response. Here we have the response. You can see the name of the person is also here who has given the review. And then we have the review right here with this HTML. So remember, while sending the message, you have to remove this HTML extensions. Alright, other details related to the product are also given over here, but we generally don't need them. Now, we will add our action application as first of all text parser, text formatter. Text formatter is a feature inside Pabbly. As I just mentioned that we are supposed to remove the HTML extensions in our review. So we will add over here text parser. So it's built inside Pabbly, which means you can use it to format your text in any way. Click on connect. No separate way of connection is required. It is inside Pabbly only. Now you have to map the text over here which you want to change. So you will map the data. How do you map it? You insert the data from the previous step. So there is nothing very difficult in this, but you have to pay attention because it's an important part of the complete workflow or any workflow that you might create in Pabbly Connect. So they provide you with this drop down menu of all the steps that are before this specific step. Now we have just one step before it. So you have to choose it from here. Like this was the one. The text formatting is to be done to this text and we have to choose that which part of the text is supposed to be taken out, which means we want the text between these two extensions. So add that way that you want after this and before this. Okay, so everything which comes between this P and /P should be coming as a response. Click on save and send test request and we have the simple basic review over here. Now, since we have received this, now we will start with our Twilio, which is going to be our last action application. Choose your application as Twilio. Action event over here will be send message. Click on connect, add new connection, and then you are supposed to enter the account SID and token right here. For that, go to your Twilio account. Make sure you've opened it already. So this is the basic landing page, and over here you will get the SID and token as well. Copy this SID from here. You will be having your own unique SID. So SID you need to paste it 2 places and the token over here is this. So copy the token, which is a unique ID, paste it right here. Once this is done, click on save and your Twilio account and Pabbly Connect will be connected. So that Pabbly Connect is able to give a command to Twilio to send a message to that specific number. Now body of the SMS will be framed by us. So we are going to type over here something manually. So first you will mention the product name that you are going to take from here. So we are going to take the product name here as watch, put a full stop, enter, and you can also mention the review as well. So review, colon, and then map the review that you are going to take from the text formatter because we have parsed it. Now this is done. Sender number is going to be taken from Twilio, that from which number this is going to be sent. So you go to Pabbly Connect back and paste the sender's number here. So this is going to be a static number. It is not going to change. Constantly this number will be sending the SMSs whenever a new review is made on the product. And the recipient number is also going to be static. Why? Because for example, this product has been uploaded by one specific person. We do not get the number in WooCommerce, but you can enter it manually over here. So every time this product watch gets a new review, so this specific one single number will receive the message. So I'm going to enter the number over here. Make sure you add the country code as well. Click on save and send test request. And here we have the response. This is the response, and you can see this is how the message will be arriving. Let us check if we have received a message or not. So here is the message that we have received. Send from your Twilio trial account. Hello, you have received a new review on your product, that is watch, and the review is this. So they can go back to the website and check. So this is a notification message that they have received, which means that our workflow has been a success. Let us close this window and quickly do a recap. We created a product review on WooCommerce, formatted the text because we had to remove the HTML extension, and then using Twilio, we were able to send a notification message to the person whosoever has created the product on that specific website. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
In this video, I will show you how you can automatically send the appointment reminders via SMS on Google Form submission. So I have created this form, and whenever someone is going to submit or whenever someone is going to book an appointment via this form, we will automatically send an appointment reminder, something like this, on the phone number of the person. And here we will also collect the phone number, okay, and the message will look something like this, okay, that is, hello demo user, your appointment with Dr. Roy has been scheduled for this particular date and time. Please arrive 15 minutes prior to the appointment. Thanks, ABC Clinic. Okay, and to automate this process, I'll have to build an integration in my Google Forms application and an application which can send SMS. Okay, so I'm going to use this Twilio application for sending the SMS, and to integrate these two applications, I will use this Pabbly Connect software, which is an integration and automation software. And here you can see I am already logged in into this software. You can also create your free account in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button. And once you will create your account and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, simply click on this blue button, that is create workflow, and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, and let me tell you, in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Okay, now once you will provide the name, simply click on create, and then you will notice 2 boxes in front of you. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action. So here trigger means when this happens, and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Try to understand with an example also. Let's say whenever sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in this trigger and action window in which you are building an automation. Okay, so according to our use case, whenever any new form submission is received, or you can say any new booking is received, appointment booking is received via this Google Forms application, then automatically send a reminder via SMS from Twilio application. Okay, so again I am telling you, for sending the SMS I am going to use this Twilio application. Okay, now I am going to connect first Google Forms with Pabbly Connect, and then I am going to connect Pabbly Connect with the Twilio. Okay, so firstly select the trigger event, that is new response received. You can also read the instructions. This will trigger when the form is submitted and the response added as new row in the sheet. Okay, so I have selected this. Now here you can see, as soon as I have selected the trigger event, it has provided me the webhook URL and few set of instructions. So basically you will have to follow these instructions one by one. Okay, so firstly I am going to copy this webhook URL, and in order to connect my Google Forms with the Pabbly Connect, I am going to use this spreadsheet which is actually associated with this form. Okay, so I have already opened this spreadsheet. You'll have to go to this extension section directly. Okay, I'm sorry for that, it should be extension section. Okay, click on extension, click on add-ons, click on get add-ons, and here we will search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on first. All right, so I have searched for this webhook add-on, and here you can see it is already installed into my account. If you are building this connection for the first time, firstly you will have to install this add-on, and once this add-on is installed, you can access this add-on from here again. Okay, so click on extension once again, and then you will find this add-on here. Okay, click on that and then click on initial setup, and here only we are going to paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect. Alright, so I have pasted the same. Now it is asking for the trigger column. So trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So basically it is asking to specify a column name, on the filling of which the data should get sent to Pabbly Connect, or you can say this automation should trigger. Okay, so before I specify the trigger column, firstly I am going to submit this particular form in front of you so that details can be collected into this spreadsheet, and then I am going to send this data in Pabbly Connect via this spreadsheet only. Okay, so let me submit this form. So this is the book your appointment now. Okay, this is the appointment booking form, and firstly here I am going to provide some random details. Alright, so I have filled this form. The name of the person is demo user. Again, this is a dummy name. Email address is admin@pabblytools.com. We have provided the phone number. Again, it is a dummy phone number. The date of appointment is 10th of May, and that is for 10 a.m. and the medical problem I have mentioned is the liver problem. Now I am going to submit this form, and on the submission of this form, firstly the details will be added into our spreadsheet. Okay, so let me zoom this spreadsheet so that you can see the data clearly. Alright, I hope everything is visible to you. And now I am going to again build the connection in between this spreadsheet and Pabbly Connect with the help of that webhook URL. Alright, so this is the webhook URL which I have already copied. Now I'm going to click on extension, click on Pabbly Connect webhook add-on, click on initial setup, and it should be something like this. I should minimize it. Okay, and now I'm going to paste the same webhook URL, and the trigger column I will add this F column because I want that whenever the data is filled up to this F column, the automation should trigger. Alright, so I have clicked on send test, and here you will notice that the test data has sent successfully, and this is the date, the demo name, the email address, phone number, and all other details. Okay, so simply clicking on submit, and here you can see the setup is configured successfully. Clicking on close, and now when you will come back to Pabbly Connect's dashboard, you will see the same response is received into our Pabbly Connect dashboard. Okay, so let me show you the details one by one. So here we have the same column name, here we have the spreadsheet name, and here we have the form submission data. That is the same phone number, the name, the medical problem, the email address, and the date and time of the appointment. Alright, so the presence of this data clearly shows that connection in between our Google Forms and Pabbly Connect is working absolutely fine. And now onwards, what will happen? Every time you're going to submit this form, the details will get sent automatically to Pabbly Connect, but before that you will have to enable one more very important settings. Make sure you enable this send on event option. I repeat that you will have to enable this send on event option. After that only the details will get sent automatically to Pabbly Connect. And one more very important thing, whenever you are working with the Google Sheets or Google Forms, make sure either you work into the incognito window, or at the same time multiple Gmail accounts should not be logged in into your browser, otherwise you will get an authentication error while setting up this automation. Okay, so now come back to Pabbly Connect, and I am going to send a reminder to this particular person on his phone number for this particular appointment date. Okay, so I want to send this appointment reminder before the 1 day of this appointment date. Okay, so this is the 10th of May, and I would like to send the reminder on 9th of May. Okay, so how I am going to do this calculation in this automation, basically how I am going to automate this process. So firstly I am going to subtract 1 day from this particular date. Okay, so for that I'll have to click on this plus icon, and then I will be searching for the date and time formatter feature. Okay, well, this is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can perform various kind of operations within your dates. Okay, currently I will go with this add or subtract timing. Okay, so simply click on connect and it will be connected immediately. Now it will ask you to provide the date. Okay, so I will be adding this date, and here we have the date in this format, that is 10th of May 2023. Alright, so I have added the same. Now it is asking for the expression, so I want to send the reminder 1 day before this specific date, so that is why I will be subtracting only 1 day. For that you will have to write the expression in this way, that is -1 day. Here you can also read the instructions, the help text. Okay, now asking for the to and from format. Okay, so the from format is in this format. Basically this is month, this is date, this is year, and hours, minutes and second separated with the help of slash. Okay, so let me search for this from format. All right, well, here you can see several from formats are available, but I am searching for which format, which starts with MDDYYYY. Okay, so if I'm searching for this format, the only format I have starting with is this, and these are actually in the 3 and 4 digit. And if I will show you other formats, I have only these formats, but these formats doesn't consist of the timing. Okay, so I can do one more thing. I can change this particular format within the spreadsheet only, and then I will be selecting this to and from format from here. Okay, so come back to your spreadsheet, and if you will click on this format option, you will find an option of custom date and time. Okay, let me show you. Here we have the custom date and time format, and from this particular section you can customize the date and time format in different combination. Okay, so firstly I am going to delete all this data, and from here I can easily select the format. So currently I will select the format as YYYY MMDD and then HHMMSS, a simple format only. Okay, so here we have several formats. Let me show you this. Okay, I will go with this YYYY MMDD then HHMMSS, and it should be separated with this hyphen. Okay, so coming back to my spreadsheet, and let me search for this YYYY. Alright, so here we have year, and this should be into this 4 digit. Okay, that is this. Okay, so I have selected the same, and then I am going to add this slash. Okay, I think it should not be slash. Let me check it. Alright, it should be hyphen in place of slash, so I will be removing this, and then I will add this hash, basically dash. Okay, again click on this arrow button. After that I want month, and again it should be in 2 digits, so that is why I have selected this month with the leading 0. I'm sorry for that. Again I will add one more dash, basically one more hyphen, and then I will be adding this date, and it should be again with the day with the leading 0. Okay, after that I want HHMMSS. Okay, so place your cursor here, give a space, again click on this arrow button, and here I will be adding this R. Again it should be leading with 0 only. Add a colon in order to separate the timing, and here I will add minutes. Again it should be leading with 0 only, and lastly I will add the seconds separated with a colon. Alright, so it should also lead with the 2 zeros. Alright, so let me click on apply, and you will notice that it will instantly change the format. And now I am going to collect this data once again in this particular response, so that I can map this data here into this date and time format. Okay, so for that you'll have to click on this recapture webhook response button once again. Come back here, click on extension, click on this Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on, click on initial setup, and then you will have to directly click on this send test button, because the details are already filled. Alright, so I have clicked on that button, and here you can see the data has been successfully sent. Okay, and you can notice the format is separated with this hyphen, basically with dash, and you will notice that the same format, basically the updated data has been captured via Pabbly Connect. And now I am going to map this particular date. Basically I am going to search for the same format here, but before that let me also replace this existing date and time which I have mapped previously. Okay, so I will click on this particular field, and you will notice that the recent data is not visible here. So what I can do is click on connect, and you will notice that the recent data will be visible here once again. Alright, so I can map the new date now, basically the same date with the new format. Okay, and the expression will be the same, that is -1 day. And in the from format I'll go with this YYYY MMDD HHMMSS. Okay, let me search for the same, that is YYYY MMDD HHMMSS. Alright, so I have selected this from format, and in the to format I will be selecting again YYYY MMDD HHMMSS. Alright, so I have selected both the format. Clicking on the save and send test request button, and you will see that it will immediately subtract 1 day from this current date. Okay, so the date which I have received was of 10th May, and we have received the date of 9th May now after subtracting the 1 day. update. Now I'm going to send a reminder via text SMS on this particular date, basically before the 1 day of the appointment. For that, I am going to delay this automation until this specific date, and once this date will arrive, the automation will automatically send the text reminders. For that, you will have to search for the delay. Well, again, delay is an amazing automation feature of Pabbly Connect, okay, via which you can delay your automations, delay your workflows for a specific interval of time. In this particular case, I would like to delay my automation until a specific date, so that is why I have selected this delay until instead of this delay for, okay. And in this delay date, I will map which date, basically the date which I have just received after applying the adding or subtraction function. Alright, so I have mapped it, and here you can notice that it is clearly mentioned that you should provide the date in this particular format. That is why I have specifically captured this date. Basically, I have defined the to format in this format only, okay. So make sure when you create this automation, you also receive the date into this format only. Now I'll be clicking on this button, save and send test request, and you will notice that my automation will be delayed until this specific date. Now you must be thinking that what is this mapping which I am repeating again and again in front of you. Here also I have mapped the date. Alright, so whatever the details you will map here, these details, these dates will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time, okay. So next time when this automation will work in real time, what will happen when a new appointment is received via this appointment booking form, this date will be automatically replaced, okay. This is how this automation is going to take place, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Now I think I have almost completed this automation. The only thing remaining is we just need to send the text reminders, and for sending the SMS I am using this Twilio application. Well, again, it is an amazing application for sending the SMS. In the action event, you'll have to select the send SMS message, click on connect, then click on add new connection, and then for connection it will ask you the SID and the token, okay. So from where you can get this SID and the token, so you'll have to directly click on this particular documentation, basically on this particular link, or you can directly visit your Twilio's dashboard as well, okay. So here you will notice the account SID which I have copied in front of you. Coming back, and then I'm going to paste the same ID at both the places, asking for the token. So here you can notice the token is also provided. Again, I have copied the same, pasting the same, clicking on save, and this is how my Twilio account will be immediately connected with the Pabbly Connect. And once it is connected, it will ask you the body of the SMS, basically what SMS you would like to send to the person, and then it will ask you the sender number and the recipient number. Well, the recipient number we already have from this form submission data, and again I don't need to manually copy this data and paste it in the below field. I am going to map this data, and mapping is very simple. As I have told you, you just need to click on this field and you will find the above data here in the drop down. Now I will be searching for the phone number. Now you must be thinking that this is just a dummy number, so how I'm going to send the SMS, okay. So don't worry, before I click on this final save and send test request button, I will replace this dummy number with the genuine number in this particular format, okay. And then I will show you the screenshot of the SMS which I will receive on my phone number, okay. So this is how you can map the real phone number from the above data. Currently I am going with the dummy data only. Asking for the body of the SMS, well, I have already prepared a small SMS, so let me directly copy the same and paste it here. And firstly I am going to correct the formatting, okay. And in place of this name, I want the name of the customer should appear here, name of the person who is booking the appointment, okay. So let me search for the name. Alright, so here we have the name. I have mapped it, and this comma should be placed here. Alright, so I have added the same, okay. Your appointment with Dr. Roy has been scheduled for date and time. So I want that the date and time of the appointment should appear here. So again I will be searching for the date and time, and here we have the date and time of the appointment, and again I have mapped it. And as I have told you earlier that whatever the details we will map here, these details will replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time, and whatever the details I have provided manually, these details will remain same. Alright, so I think my message is looking good. The last thing it is asking for the sender number, so again I am going to copy this my Twilio phone number only, basically the number provided by Twilio only, and this is just my testing account of Twilio. Now I will be clicking on this button save and send test request, and you will notice, alright, so it is saying the number is unverified. Alright, so I have actually forgot to replace this number with my genuine number, so let me first do the same. Alright, so I have replaced the number, clicking on this button once again, and this time I'm really expecting the SMS to be sent, and here you can see it is saying sent from Twilio, the message has been sent. Let me also check my phone number, and then I will upload that screenshot here. Alright, so I have received the SMS, and here is the screenshot. Hello demo user, your appointment with Dr. Roy has been scheduled for 2023 5th 0510, basically 10th of May and 10 am. Please arrive 15 minutes prior to the appointment. Thanks, ABC Clinic. Okay, so this is how now onwards, every time someone is going to book an appointment via your appointment booking form, they will be automatically receiving the reminders one day before the appointment automatically on their phone number, and you do not have to do anything manually if you have set this automation inside Pabbly Connect once. Yes, after setting up this automation inside Pabbly Connect, you do not have to do anything manually. Sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. Okay, and just in case if you want to access this 4-step automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach the link of this automation into my description box. Alright, so you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, which is again free, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to send SMS messages in Twilio for new database items in Notion. So we will learn that how you can integrate these two applications, Notion and Twilio, in such a way that as soon as you add a new item in your database in Notion, so an SMS will be sent via Twilio. In this integration that we are going to create using Pabbly Connect, our trigger will be the new item added, and our action will be to send SMS via Twilio. Let us learn how to do that.
So in this video, we will learn how you can send an SMS via Twilio for any new item that you might have created in your Notion database. Like I have created this list of inquiry list, and I will add the name, the contact, the email address, and also the type of inquiry that that specific person has made. And then I will send an SMS using Twilio on this contact number that we have been provided. Let us quickly sign in into our automation software Pabbly, which will take me to this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. And today for this automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect to create it. Click on Access Now, and we will reach the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here you will see the prior workflows created by me. So you have to create a workflow from scratch. So click on this big blue button on your right side and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Send SMS Messages in Twilio for New Database Items in Notion. Click on Create, and then a blank workflow will be created for you. Here you can see on your screen, you have trigger and action windows. Trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first application where we are going to make the changes manually, and action will be where the action application will perform an action that is assigned to them automatically because of this workflow. In today's workflow, our trigger will be Notion, where we are going to create a record or a new item in the database, and our action will be Twilio, which will automatically send an SMS for the same. So let us choose our trigger application as Notion. And the event will be New Database Items. Click on Connect. We are connecting Notion and Pabbly Connect in such a way that every time a new item is created over here, that detail is sent to this workflow as a response. Click on Add New Connection, connect with Notion, and then you might have to select the database on which you want to work. So these are the options that are given to you. You have to select the permission. Click on select pages, and over here either you can select all the databases or you can be very specific of selecting the one you're working upon. Like we are working on inquiry list, so I'm going to choose that one. Click on allow access and it will be connected. Now once this is done, you will have a database ID over here as the name of the database. It is the same as the one we are right now working. So now let us go to our database and create a new item over here. So I'm going to name the person as, this is the name. I will add the contact of the person, the email address, and the type of the query. This is the query. This is done and I will close this window. Go back to our Pabbly Connect and click on save and send test request. And here we have received the response. So see, we have the type of the query over here. Then we have the name of the person and we have the email of the person and the number as well. So this number is really very important because we are going to send an SMS on this number only. So in our response from the trigger application, we have received the details about the newly created item in our database. Now let us choose our action application as Twilio. And the event will be to send SMS message. Click on connect and add new connection. Now when you want to connect your Twilio and Pabbly Connect, you have to make sure that you have to enter the SID authorization token and again the SID over here. So when you open your Twilio over here, scroll down and here you will find the SID token and also the Twilio phone number that will be needed further in this workflow. So copy this SID from here and paste it in the respective place. In two places you have to paste it. Then the authorization token is required. So it will be unique for everyone. Copy this and paste it over here. Click on save and your Twilio and Pabbly Connect will be connected. Now frame a body for the SMS that what you want to send to the person. So I'm writing over here, dear. The name of the person can be mapped. So mapping is basically to insert data from the previous step. And for the previous step, we are provided this drop-down menu that is Notion, or it will be any trigger application that you will be using in that workflow. Open this menu and over here you will find all the responses from your trigger application. This is the name of the person. And I will frame the message as, now this is the message that I have drafted. The sender number, as I mentioned, that we will be requiring a number. So this is your unique number created by Twilio so that your personal number doesn't get used over here. And you will paste this one in your workflow. So this is the sender's number. And in the recipient number, you will map the number from here, which is in your database. So this is the number. Make sure that you have added plus and your country code over here as mentioned right here. Now you're going to click on save and send test request. And here we have received the response. So this is the message that has been sent to our number. So let us go to our text messages and check that have we received a message or not. So here is the message that we have received and sent from your Twilio trial account, dear first person. We have successfully received your query. We will get back to you soon and thanks. So we were successfully able to send an SMS with the help of this automation. So our trigger was Notion. Whenever a new item will be created in your database, then Twilio will make sure to send an SMS to these details given over here. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn that how can you automatically get bill reminders on SMS on a monthly basis. So if you are lagging behind to pay your bills on time, then you can get help from this automation that we can create using Pabbly Connect. In this automation, our trigger will be to trigger monthly using Scheduler by Pabbly, and then our first action application will be to get rows in Google Sheets where you have kept all the details of your bills, their due date and the amount, and in the end we will use Twilio to send SMS notifications. Let us learn how to do that.
So in this video, we are going to learn how you can set a monthly reminder of all your bills and payments. For that, you need to collect all the details of your expense, your amount and their due dates in a spreadsheet. You can use Google Spreadsheet for that. And to send messages, we are going to use Twilio for this workflow. Let us quickly sign in into our account. So that I will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly. Here we are going to use Pabbly Connect to create this automation. Click on Access Now. That will take you to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, you will see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Remind Me of Bills with Monthly Reminder on Text Messages. Click on Create and then a blank workflow will be created for you. You will see two windows, Trigger and Action written over here. As I mentioned, prepare your Google Sheet and open your Twilio account. which will make it easier for you to connect your applications with Pabbly Connect and also cross-check the changes that you need to make over here. So let us understand the functioning of trigger and action. Trigger is going to be the first application where we will perform the action manually. That is when this happens, and when that event takes place manually, then this workflow will be triggered so that the action application will perform the assigned action automatically. The trigger, first of all, here is going to be scheduled by Pabbly. We are putting here a scheduler by Pabbly. The reason being, we want this to be repeated every month. So here we will make some changes, like we want this workflow to run on specific date of the month. I am setting it to the first. So select first, because as the month starts, this workflow will start running, and then see that which date comes first, that reminder will be sent. What time, you can decide any time if you want. Just make sure this is in UTC, so you have to set the format in that way. I am keeping it to this one. Click on save, and the response is received which says that it is set. The scheduler is set now. Close this window and move on to the next window. Now you will fetch the information from the Google Sheet that you have prepared. So choose your action application as Google Sheet, and the event will be to get rows. This event is used to fetch the already created rows over here. Click on connect. Because it is a Google application, you have to select your add new connection and sign in with your Google account. Choose your Google account and click on allow. When the connection is established, you will have to choose the spreadsheet and the Google Sheet name. Like the spreadsheet name, open here, and then monthly expense and bills is the spreadsheet we are working upon, and there is just one sheet. What is the range that you want to cover in order to fetch the information? You want from A2 to C, but it does not end at C5. What if more expenses are added on? Which means that the beginning is A2, that is correct, but the end is endless. So you are going to keep it just column C. So we will write the range as A2 colon C. Okay. And then click on save and send test request. Once this is received, you see all the information for the broadband, DTH, water, electricity, all four are here. But whom to choose first? How are you going to simplify this problem? So we are going to deactivate this simple response. Again, click on save and send test request, and this time you will find that the result is in array format. You see, this is the array format. This is even more complex, but there is one thing that can make it more simplified. So let us go ahead with our next action application, which is called Iterator by Pabbly. Now what Iterator does is that this response includes the first expanded data. Okay, so here in this array format, first it takes the first data, then in the second run it takes the second data, and then the third, and so on. So we have 4 data right now, 4 data collection. So it will take it one by one, which means everything will be covered but one thing at a time. So it already selects the previous response, and we just have to click on save and send test request. Here you see the first one is here, the date is here, the amount is here, and the name of the bill is also here. Now we will select the date that when you need to send the reminder. So let's say if the broadband bill is having the due date of 11th June. So we don't want it to be reminding on 11th only. You want 2 days before. So we will use datetime formatter for the same purpose. The action event will be add subtract time, because we are going to change the time to 2 days earlier. First of all, map the existing date that you will take from Iterator. Then the expression is minus 2 days. So here it is written how you simplify this thing, that whatever change you want to make to your date, then you can add it over here or subtract it over here. Plus 8 hours, so it will add 8 hours. We are talking about days, which means on 9th, we need to have the reminder. So this is done. There is this format. If you want to change to this format, then you can make the changes in format right here only. I would like to remind that you will be putting delay after this step, so that this workflow is delayed until that specific time. Like if 9th is the date when the reminder has to be sent, but this workflow has started to work since first date of the month. So we have to put a delay till this specific date. So you have to change the format as well. The format that is required in your delay is the other one. So to format has to be changed to this one. Right now the format is this one. Okay, click on save and send test request. And here is the response. Because time was not mentioned, so it says 00, but the date has been changed to 9th. So we have done this one. Close this window, and next step is delay. We will put a delay till that specific date when we want the reminder. Now this delay is again a feature that is built inside Pabbly. You are putting delay for some time or until some time. So we are putting it until, and the date here will be mapped from this datetime formatter where we subtracted time from the existing date. Now this is the format. See, the format also fits in and the date is also -2 of the due date. Click on save and send test request and this delay will be applied. So now this complete workflow till now here is delayed until this date. So this workflow will run till this datetime formatter, and then when it reaches delay, it will delay till this specific date. And then if there is any other bill that has to be paid, so iterator will make sure that that bill is paid till its own delay date that will be generated by this datetime formatter and this delay. In the end, we will come to our last action step, that is Twilio, which we are going to use to send a message. So choose Twilio and the event will be to send SMS message. Click on connect, add new connection, and you will need the SID, authorization token, and account SID again. So all of these things can be found in the home page or the landing page of Twilio only. When you scroll down, you will find the SID. Copy it from here and paste them at their respective places. Then the authorization token as well, and paste it here. Then click on save and the connection will be done. Now you have to frame a body of the SMS that will remind the customer of paying the bill and then the sender's number. So let us enter the sender's number first. That is also available here, your own Twilio phone number. So this is not your private number, this is your application's number. Now come back here and paste it. This number is not going to change. Here will be the recipient number. So obviously you are generating this workflow for yourself so that you get the reminder. So over here you can put your own number. Before that, I would like to frame the body of the SMS. So here I will type as your, and over here I will say which bill, broadband, like it is broadband bill that is on, and on date is this date. It's due on this specific date. All right, full stop. And then now we have created this message. This is the actual due date. This is the due date which we have written in the Google Sheet. But the delay that we have added time for the 9th or 2 days before is actually for this delay so that this message is sent on the 9th, not on the real due date. Now we will enter the recipient number over here. Once this is done, click on save and send test request. And the response is received. See, you have the response over here. It is sent from your Twilio message. So because this is a dummy workflow, so the message will be sent right now only because we are clicking save and send test request again and again. But when it will automatically run on its own, then it won't be sent until the date arrives. So let us quickly close this window and check our SMS. Have we received it or not? So here is the message that we have received that we were able to send through Twilio. So this is exactly the same message that I have drafted right in front of you right now. So which means that a message will surely be sent as a reminder to you whenever there is a due date of your bill. So this was the whole workflow. I hope this helped.
In this video, we are going to understand how to receive an SMS for new Thinkific enrollments. So here my objective is that every time a user enrolls in Thinkific for a particular course. Now Thinkific is a platform where you can create online courses. So you want that an SMS should be received by the user through Twilio. How can that happen? For this, you will have to integrate the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here, your trigger application will be Thinkific and your action application will be Twilio. Now, how can you do this yourself, automate and integrate this entire process? To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. Now on the right hand side, we have got two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, click on sign in. If you are the new user, sign up. It is not going to take more than 2 minutes. And also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks to explore this entire application. So now I'm going to click on sign in, and as I do that, here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect, and here we have reached the dashboard. Now on the right hand side, you can see a blue tab, create workflow. Let's click on this, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here you can give any random name. So what is my objective here? My objective here is that every time a new enrollment happens on Thinkific, then automatically an SMS should be received. Now Thinkific is a platform to create online courses and membership sites. So how do I name it? So I'm going to name it as receive an SMS for new Thinkific enrollments. Let's click on create. So as we do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One here is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. So as per this integration, this trigger application here will be Thinkific. So let's click on this. Now comes the trigger event. So the trigger event is the event that is going to make this workflow run. So here it would be enrollment created. So this workflow is going to run every time a new enrollment is created. And now here you can see it is written that this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data, which basically means that Thinkific is not a polling based application. The moment an enrollment creation happens, automatically this workflow is going to run in real time. Now here we have received a webhook URL, and this is going to act as a bridge for connecting Thinkific and Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to copy this. Once you have done that, here you have to follow the following steps. So this is the help desk given. Please read this carefully. Let me show you exactly what you have to do. So I already have logged into my Thinkific account. Let's go to Sites, Development, visit Dashboard, and here you can see this is my page. Now we are going to go to Settings. So after settings, we have to go to code and analytics. Now here on this panel, we have webhooks. Let's click on this. And now let's click on webhooks. Now I'm going to create a new webhook. Now here it is very well mentioned that for modal, you have to choose enrollment, and for topic, you have to choose enrollment created. So I'm going to do the same. For modal, I'm going to choose enrollment. For topic, enrollment created. Now this webhook URL that we had just copied, I'm going to paste this over here. So once this is done, let's click on save. And here you can see that enrollment created, this particular webhook has been set. Now once this is set, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here you can see it is asking me to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to Thinkific. Now here within courses, I already have created many courses. So let's say that I'm going to go to this demo course. Now I'm going to copy this and open this in a new tab. So let me quickly copy this. Okay, now I'm going to open this in a new incognito window. So as I do that, here you can see that these are the products. I'm again going to go to demo, and here I'm going to enroll for free. So let's say the first name here is Smart. The last name here is Dummy New. Then we have the email address, which is smartdummynew@pabblytudes.com. And then we have the password. So I'm going to create a password here. And then we have to add the phone number. So I'm going to add the phone number now. Okay. So once done, let's click on sign up. So as we do that, here we can see that this particular user has enrolled successfully to this particular school. So I am now going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here you can see we have received a response. So this here is the timestamp. Then as I take you down, this is the last name, this is the first name, this here is the email address, and then here is the creation time. So once I have received this, what is my objective here? My objective here is to receive an SMS for the new enrolled user. For this, I'm going to choose my action application as Twilio. Let's click on this. And now the action event. So here it is going to be send SMS message. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Twilio account. For this, I'm going to click on add new connection. I have already logged into my Twilio account, and now to set up this connection, we need the account SID, authorization token, and again account SID. For this, I'm going to take you to my Twilio account, and here is the account SID. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here and here. Then we need the authorization token. So here is the authorization token. Let's copy this once again and paste this here. Let's click on save to set up this connection. Now once this is done, here we have to enter the body of the SMS. So I can just write team, a new user has enrolled for. Now what is the name of the course? The name of the course is demo course. So here I'm going to enter demo course. Okay, and now user details. So I'm going to write name, and again I'm going to go here, and this here is the first name. Let's give a space and last name. Now you can see the method with which I'm adding the information here is known as mapping. So mapping is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Had I written this name manually, so even when my workflow was running for the nth time with some new data, it would have taken the same information. That's why to avoid that, we map the information. So basically mapping means that I already have this information in the previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it here. Okay, the next thing is email address. So let's go here, and here I'm going to look for this email address and done. Now I'm going to just write regards. This is the message. Now the sender's number. For this again I'm going to go to Twilio, and this here is the sender's number. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. The next is the recipient's number. So I'm just going to enter a recipient number. Always remember that it has to be with the country code and with the plus sign. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we can see we have received the API response, which basically means that now an SMS must be sent to the designated number. So let's go and check the same. And yes, here you can see this here is the screenshot of the same. So this basically means that our integration is a success. But we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm again going to take you to Thinkific. And now here we are again going to continue for a different product. Let's say this time it is how to increase your business. Let's click on this. And here I'm going to click on enroll for free. Now let's say the first name here is user. The last name is dummy. Then we have the email address userdummy@pabblytudes.com. Okay, now let's say the password is, and then we have the phone number. Now I'm going to click on sign up. And as I do that, here you can see that we have received the response. So I'm going back and let's understand if we have received the SMS there. And yes, here you can see that we have received another SMS. So this basically means that our integration is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you up and understand what we have actually done. So this is an extremely easy two-step integration process where our trigger application is Thinkific, the event is enrollment created, and our action application is Twilio where the event is to send SMS message. So I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if there is any specific integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to us.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to get SMS notification when a new Mailchimp campaign is created. Now suppose guys, if you're using Mailchimp as an email marketing platform, this automation is going to help you a lot. Suppose some of your team members actually manage the campaigns on your Mailchimp account, the email campaigns, and you want that whenever a new campaign is created and sent from your Mailchimp account to your customer, you want to get a notification on your number with the new campaign details. So you can actually automate this process in such a way that whenever a campaign will be created using this automation, automatically you will get that subject line or the title of the campaign and the status as a SMS notification from Twilio on your number. Now, if you want to know how you can set up this automation, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as Mailchimp to Twilio. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that our workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Mailchimp account with Pabbly Connect in the trigger window. so that every time a new campaign is created and sent from our Mailchimp account, the details of that newly created and sent campaign will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And after that, using this Pabbly Connect's automation, we are going to send those new campaign details to Twilio. And using Twilio, whenever a new campaign will be created using Twilio, we are going to get an SMS notification on our number that a new campaign is created and sent from our Mailchimp account. So using this automation, whenever your team members are going to create and send a new Mailchimp campaign to your clients and customers, automatically you will get an SMS notification with the newly created and sent campaign details. So let's see how you can automate this process. So we'll get back to Pabbly Connect, and here in our trigger window in Choose App, we will search for Mailchimp. Just select it. After selecting Mailchimp, in this trigger event from this dropdown, select the trigger event as New Campaign. After selecting our trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. And using this webhook URL, we are going to connect our Mailchimp account with Pabbly Connect. So just copy this webhook URL from here and go to your Mailchimp account. After coming to the Mailchimp account, we just have to go to this audience section. And after coming to this audience page, from the right side, click on this Manage Audience button. And from this drop down, go to Settings. After coming to the settings page, just click on the settings, and from this drop down, click on webhooks over here. After coming to this webhooks page, click on create new webhook. And now it is asking us for the callback URL over here. Now here in this field of callback URL, we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and then paste it over here. Then after this, it is asking us what type of update should we send. Like what type of update we want Mailchimp to send to Pabbly Connect. So we want to get the campaign sending update, so we'll select it, and we are going to unselect all the other options over here. And here in only send updates when a change is made by, we are going to select all the three options and click on save. In this way, we have successfully added a webhook URL in our Mailchimp account for getting the details of a new campaign whenever it is sent inside our Mailchimp account. So whenever a new campaign will be sent from Mailchimp, automatically the details of that sent campaign will be received inside Pabbly Connect. Now after doing this, just click on this recapture webhook response button, and now it has changed to waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to get some response, some details of a new campaign from Mailchimp. So let's create a new campaign in our Mailchimp account and capture this response. We'll go to this campaign section. Let's go to all campaign. And then here, let's click on this create campaign button. Now let's start creating a campaign. I'll just select a regular mail. Let's design an email. So right now, I'm just going to create a dummy campaign over here in my Mailchimp account. So we have selected the contact list to whom we want to send the campaign. We have selected the from. Let's add a subject. So for example, I would like to add the subject line as, for example, we are setting up this automation. This is the subject line of this campaign which I'm going to send. And I want the same subject line to be as preview text too. Let's click on test. Let's click on save. After clicking on save, here it is asking us for the content. That what is the content of the email which we are going to send using this campaign. So let's create a test email, a dummy email over here. I'm going to select some of the existing emails which I have already created for previous campaigns over here. So this is a test campaign which I have already sent to my users. I will be using this same dummy email over here for now. And click on continue. So I'm just selecting or creating a dummy campaign in my Mailchimp account. Okay, so we have successfully created this campaign over here. Now let's click on this send button, and as we click on this send button, an email campaign has been sent from our Mailchimp account. We have created a new campaign over here. And we will see as these emails are sent, this campaign is created. In our all campaigns section in Mailchimp, you will see a new campaign will be here. Here you can see we are setting up this automation, the same subject line. This is the campaign name and it is sending right now. And here in our Pabbly Connect workflow, we will see within few seconds, we will get this response. So as all the emails from this campaign is sent, this campaign is successfully created in Mailchimp, the details of this campaign will be received inside Pabbly Connect. And yes, here you can see that just now we have received all of these details. We have received this response for campaign. Here is the date and time, that at what date and time we have received this response, at what date and time this campaign was created, and Mailchimp sent us the response. Here you can see the subject line of the campaign name, and also the status over here. So in this way, whenever a new campaign will be created and sent from our Mailchimp account, the details of these campaigns will be received inside Pabbly Connect. So the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed. Now let's move to step 2. And in step 2, we want to get an SMS notification on our number whenever this campaign is created and sent from our Mailchimp account by our team members. So I have a dedicated marketing and sales team who are managing my Mailchimp account, and I want that whenever they send an email or they create a new campaign and send an email to my customers, I want to get a notification. So for that, we will just scroll down, come to our action window, and here in choose app, we will search for Twilio. Just select Twilio over here. After selecting Twilio, an action event from this drop-down, select the action event as Send SMS Message. Click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Twilio account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the account SID, authorization token, and once again we have to enter the account SID of our Twilio account. Now here you must be thinking how we are going to get the account SID authorization token in our Twilio account. So to get it, just go to your Twilio account and here at the home page, just scroll down and here you can see the account SID and auth token. Just copy this account SID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and here in this connection window, just paste it over here and once again over here. Then get back to Twilio, copy this auth token and here just paste the auth token over here as well. And after entering these details, just click on save. And now you can see that our Twilio account, the service which we were using to send or get the SMS, the Twilio account is now connected with Pabbly Connect. Now in this video, I have taken an example of Twilio, but instead of Twilio, you can use any other service or SMS sending service according to your choice, according to your requirement. After connecting our Twilio account, here it is asking us for the body of the SMS, that what kind of SMS I want to receive. So I want my message to be hello. And after hello, I want to add in my message. Okay, so this is the kind of message I want to receive as the SMS notification. Hello, a new campaign is created and sent from Mailchimp. We have the name of the campaign and the status. So I want to get these details of a new campaign which is created in our Mailchimp account over here. So here guys, in this trigger response which we have received from Mailchimp, in this response, you can see we have received the subject line of the email which we have created, using which we have sent the emails or the campaign. And here you can also see the status of this campaign. So we have received these details of a new campaign from Mailchimp. And we have to basically add these same details in the SMS message which we are going to receive on our number. So here guys, what we have to do, we have to actually mention this campaign subject or as a campaign name, and we have to map this data over here. So here in front of campaign name, we have to map it, and to map it, just click on this field and here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Mailchimp of a new campaign. And from these responses, select this response of subject line of the campaign and map it over here. So whatever subject line, with whatever subject line we are going to create this campaign, with whatever name we are going to create this campaign, with the same name, a message SMS notification will be received on our number in this message. Then we have this field of status. So we have to map the status of the campaign which we have received from Mailchimp. So from the drop down, select and map the status. So whatever status we are going to receive of this campaign with Mailchimp, the same details will be received on our number as the SMS notification. So here guys, in this video, I have just created this simple message with some basic details. But instead of this, here you can create any message of your choice and map any details of a new campaign which we have received from Mailchimp over here, like list ID, data ID, or anything like that. After getting all of these details guys, we have mapped it, we have created the message. The next thing it asks us is the sender number. And here guys, we have to enter the sender's number of our Twilio account. And to get the sender's number, once again we'll go back to Twilio, and here you can see my Twilio phone number. This is the sender's number of your Twilio account. Just copy this number from here and paste it over here. After entering the sender number, here it is asking us for the recipient number as well. That what is the mobile number of the user or our mobile number on which we want to get the SMS notification. So here guys, we have to manually enter the mobile number on which we want to get the SMS notification, our mobile number. And after entering these numbers and creating this message with the map data, what we have to do, we just have to click on Save and Send Test Request. When we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see that we have received this response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the SMS body which we have created over here, this message has been sent on this recipient mobile number. So let's check it. Let's check the SMS inbox of this number. And yes guys, here you can see that a message is received on this number which says, "Hello, a new campaign is created and sent from Mailchimp. Campaign name, we are setting up this automation. The status is sent. Thank you." So these are the same details of the campaign which we have just now created in our Mailchimp account. This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video, this automation is working perfectly fine. And using this automation, whenever a new campaign will be created in our Mailchimp account, automatically the details of that campaign will be received as a SMS notification on our number using Twilio. So after setting up this automation, let's test this automation workflow once in real time. We will get back to Mailchimp and let's create a new campaign over here, another test campaign. Click on Create Campaign. Let's design the campaign email. Then in subject, this time I'm going to add the subject line as, for example, real-time test. This is the subject line of this campaign, real-time test. Let's add the same preview text and click on Save. After adding the subject, let's select the content. Once again, let's select the same template email which we have selected while creating previous test campaign. We'll go to Campaigns and then we are going to select the old email template which we have created. And click on Continue. So just now this campaign is created. Let's click on Send and this is it. Just now we have created and sent a new email campaign from our Mailchimp account. And we will see as this campaign is created and sent, within few seconds, a SMS notification will be received on our number with this campaign details. So let's wait for a few seconds over here. And yes, here you can see that just now instantly I have received this message which says, "Hello, a new campaign is created and sent from Mailchimp. Campaign name, real-time test, and the status is sent." This means the automation workflow which we have created in this video is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing. You will find the clone link of this exact same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can actually clone this same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this automation workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
In this video, we are going to understand how to send or receive an SMS when HubSpot contact is updated. So my objective is that every time a contact is updated in my HubSpot CRM, then either I can send a SMS to the user or I can receive an SMS being an admin. How can I do that? For this, I'll have to integrate these two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. So here our trigger application will be HubSpot CRM and our action application will be Twilio. Now how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and here we have reached the landing page. On the right hand side, we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in, and if you are a new user, sign up. It is absolutely free and it is not going to take more than 2 minutes. So since I'm an existing user, I have signed in. So as I sign in here, we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the dashboard. On the right hand side, there's a tab create workflow. Let's click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is that I've got certain contacts in HubSpot. Every time the contact is updated, let's say the email address or the mobile number or the name is updated, then automatically an SMS must be sent to the user as well as it should be received by the admin. So I'm going to name it as send or receive SMS when HubSpot contact is updated. So I'm going to click on create. Now as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Now triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application here will be HubSpot CRM. Let's click on this. Now comes the trigger event. So this is the event that is going to make this workflow run. And here it would be contact updated. Let's click on this. So here on the right hand side, you can see it is written that this trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. This means that this trigger application has a polling time of 10 minutes. So this workflow is going to run in every 10 minutes to fetch for new data. Now as I click on connect here, Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with HubSpot CRM account. For this, I'm going to select add new connection, connect with HubSpot CRM. So as I do that here, I have to select the account. So I've done that, choose account. Now here we can see that the connection has been successful, which means it's authorized. And here we have to mention the properties. Now whenever you are creating a contact, so you have to mention the properties where the changes can be made. So I'm going to take some very common properties, for example first name, then we are going to take last name. Here we have the phone number, and let's also add email address. So here is the email address. Okay, once done, let's click on save and send test request. So as I do that, here we have received the response of the last contact which was updated. Now I'm going to take you to my HubSpot, and here let's go to contacts. Now let's say that I want to make a change in this particular contact demo user. So I'm going to click on this, and here I'm going to make changes in the email address. So I'm going to edit this, and here I'm going to write demo1234@pabblydudes.com, and I'm going to save this. Here you can see that the email address has been updated. So once this is done, I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and as I click on save and send test request, here you can see we have received the details of demo user, and this here is the updated email address. Similarly, when I make another change, so I will receive the details of that particular contact. Now once this is done, what is my objective? I want to receive an SMS, also send an SMS to the user. So I'm going to choose my action application as Twilio, which helps us in sending SMS. Now the action event here would be to send SMS message. Let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with a Twilio account. I'm going to select add new connection. Now to set up this connection, we need the account SID and authorization token. So I'm going to take you to my Twilio account, and here we have the account SID. So I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here and here. Then we need the authorization token. So I'm going to copy this, and again I'm going to paste this here. So once done, let's click on save. And here we can see that Twilio is now connected with Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to write the body of the SMS. So since I'm writing this message to the user, here I can say, dear user, your contact on HubSpot has been updated. Updated details are, now here I'm going to mention the name. How? This is the previous step. Let's click on this. This here is the first name. Let's give a space as we go again. This here is the last name. Then the phone number. So I'm going to write phone number, and I'm again going to map this information. So this here is the phone number, and then we have to go ahead with the email address. So I'm going to go here, and this here is the email address. Now I'm going to write regards. So this is the message that will go to my user, and here I have mentioned the details. The method with which I have added the information here is known as mapping, and this is important so that every time the workflow runs, it can take the new data into consideration. Now here the sender's number. So the sender number, for this I'm going to take you to Twilio. This here is the sender's number, copied and pasted over here. And now here we have to mention the recipient's number. So I'm going to map the number again. How? Let's go to step 1, and this here is the recipient's phone number. This is just a mock number. Now, as I click on save and send test request, the message would be sent to my user. At the same time, when I want to send this message to the admin, basically I want to receive an SMS every time the HubSpot contact is updated. So here I would be writing the same thing to the admin, and here the number will be admin's number. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request, and here you can see that we have received the API response according to which an SMS must be received by the user. And here is the screenshot of the same. So this basically means that our integration is a complete success, but we also need to check the same in real time. So I'm going to take you back to HubSpot, and here I'm going to update another contact. So let's say this time I'm going to update smart user, and here I'm going to change the mobile number. So here let's change the last 3 digits as 789 and click on done. Save the changes. And once this is done, what should happen? Within 10 minutes, an SMS must be received by the user. And now we are going to wait for 10 minutes because there's a polling time of 10 minutes, and then we will check our message once again. And here you can see the screenshot of the SMS that we have received. So this basically means that our integration is a complete success. Going back to Pabbly Connect, let's quickly understand what we have done. So this is an extremely easy 2-step integration process where your trigger application was HubSpot CRM, the event was contact updated, and your action application was Twilio where the event was to send SMS message. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
If you are looking for a solution using which you can send thank you SMS to your customers automatically, then this video is for you, because here I am going to teach you whenever your customer will submit any kind of form, after the form submission, how you can immediately and automatically send the thank you SMS to your customers. Sounds interesting, right? Do you also want to automate this process? Then come with me and I will show you everything step by step. So here you can see I have already sent a thank you SMS to my customers automatically as soon as they have submitted this Google form, this customer feedback form. And for sending the SMS, I have used this Twilio application. And to automate this SMS sending process, firstly I have built a connection in this Google Forms and Twilio application with the help of integration and automation software Pabbly Connect. And since I am an existing user of Pabbly Connect, you can see I am already logged in, and you can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button. And in the free account you will also get free task to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, you will have to click on this blue button that is create workflow, and firstly you will have to provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I will provide the name something like automatically send SMS to customers. Okay, I have provided this particular name. Now I have clicked on create, and after that you will notice 2 boxes in front of me. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action, and here the trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Try to understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customers. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. So according to our use case, whenever any person is submitting, let's say Google Forms, okay, in this particular video I'm taking the example of Google Forms, but let's say you want to send the SMS to your customers on filling out the form in some different form builder software, that is also possible. In that case you will have to search for the Jot form or paper form or any other form builder software in place of Google Forms. Let me even show you. If I will search here Jot form in place of Google Forms, you can easily search for the same. Okay, here you can notice Jot form. Okay, so this is how you can select any application, any form builder application of your choice. Okay, currently I will take an example of Google Forms only. Okay, so I want that whenever any customer submit this Google form, then automatically send the SMS to the customers via Twilio application. And again, for sending the SMS also, Pabbly Connect supports multiple SMS based application. So if you will search here, you will find a lot of SMS sending applications. Okay, and currently again I will go with the Twilio only. Okay, so I have selected both the applications in this trigger and the action window, and now the idea here is I am going to connect both the applications one by one with the Pabbly Connect. Okay, so firstly I will select the trigger event, that is new response is received, and when I will select that, you will notice our webhook URL. Okay, so with the help of this URL only I am going to build a connection in this Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Okay, and instructions for the same are already given here. Okay, so firstly you will have to copy this webhook URL, go back to your form and firstly open the spreadsheet which is already associated with this particular Google form. And yes, with the help of this spreadsheet only, we are going to build a connection in our Google Forms and Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let me first correct the formatting of this spreadsheet so that you can see the data very clearly. I hope everything is visible to you. And before I make any connection here, firstly I am going to make a dummy form submission. Okay, so I am going to preview this form and then I will submit this form so that firstly details will be captured here, and after that I will connect this sheet with the Pabbly Connect, and then you will notice how those details will be received via Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let us submit this form with some dummy details. So assume that the name of the customer is demo user. Assume that the email address of the person is demo@pabblytudes.com, and again I am providing only the dummy details, and review I am submitting as good. Okay, and now I am going to finally submit this form, and firstly these details will be added of course into this spreadsheet automatically. And let us first delete this existing row. This was the previous row. Alright, I have selected the same. Reply received. Okay, this column is actually of no use, so I have deleted the same. Let me also correct the alignment of this particular data. Okay, now everything is looking good. I will come back to Pabbly Connect, and then firstly I am going to copy this webhook URL. Now you will have to click on this extension, click on add-ons, click on get add-ons, and firstly you will have to search for the Pabbly Connect webhooks add-on here. Alright, so I am searching for the same, that is Pabbly Connect webhooks, and here you will notice that this add-on is already installed into my account because I have already built this automation. But make sure if you are building this automation, this connection for the first time, you will have to firstly install this add-on, because after installation you will have to open this add-on from this extension section. Okay, so firstly I am going to click on this initial setup, and here exactly I will paste the same webhook URL which we have received via Pabbly Connect. Alright, so firstly I have deleted the existing data. Let me add the fresh webhook URL. Now it is asking for the trigger column. Okay, so first we will read the instructions. The trigger column will be your final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So basically it is asking you to provide that column on the filling of which this automation will trigger, or you can say that data should be sent to Pabbly Connect. So here of course whenever a new form submission is made, the data will goes up to D column. Okay, so that is why I want that whenever the data is filled up to D finally, then this automation should trigger, or I can say that then this data should be sent to Pabbly Connect. Now I will directly click on the send test button, and you will notice that the details will be received via Pabbly Connect, and currently it is actually waiting for the webhook response. You can even read the instructions that log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission or record so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. Okay, so I have already done this test submission. Now I just need to click on the send test button, and this is how the data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. Here you can see it is saying that the test data has sent successfully. Now I am going to click on submit, and you will notice that the setup has been configured successfully. Let me close it, come back to Pabbly Connect, and here you can notice that the response is received. If I will show you the details of the person one by one, we have the spreadsheet name, we have the trigger column, we have the sheet name, we have the quantity, we have the name, we have the email address. But I think I have made a huge mistake, that is I have not added any phone number field into this form. Okay, so if I will not capture the phone number of the person, how I am going to send the SMS to the customers? Okay, so firstly I am going to edit this form in front of you once again, and then I will add a SMS field in front of you, and then I am going to again submit this form, okay, with some dummy phone number as well. Alright, so I am adding the phone number field, and I think this shouldn't be the first field, I think it should be the second field after the name. Okay, so I have added this phone number. Let me click on this preview button, and let me also click on this spreadsheet so that the data, that new column should be added automatically into my spreadsheet. And here you can see the column has been added. Let me delete this existing sheet, the previous sheet, well it is actually the same sheet only. Let me also correct correct the formatting of my spreadsheet so that again you can see the data very clearly. I hope everything is visible to you. Let me bold this. Now I am going to firstly delete this existing data, delete this existing row, and then I am going to make this submission once again. Okay, so I have deleted the row. Let us submit this form once again. Alright, so I have again provided some dummy details. The name of the person is demo user. Here we have provided the phone number as the dummy phone number, but don't worry, I will replace this phone number with my genuine number so that I can show you how SMS can be sent. Okay, and I have also added the email. Let me also add the feedback, and now finally I will submit this form. Firstly, again the details will be captured into this spreadsheet, and now I am going to click on extension, clicking on Pabbly Connect, clicking on initial setup, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and I will click on this recapture webhook response because I want to fetch the updated data along with my phone number. Okay, so I have clicked on that. Now I will click on this send a test button, but before that I will change this trigger column because currently we have the trigger column as E, because now we have one more column. Okay, clicking on send a test, and I'm really expecting that this time the data will be sent, and yes, the data has been sent. Coming back to my Pabbly Connect dashboard, and yes, currently we have the phone number as well. Okay, so the presence of this data clearly shows that the connection in between Pabbly Connect and this form is working absolutely fine. Okay, and now onwards what will happen? Every time someone is going to submit my form, Pabbly Connect will instantly capture the data because this trigger will instantly capture new incoming data, and the workflow execution will start in real time. Okay, but for that you will have to enable one more very important settings, that is you will have to enable this option. Okay, let me show you. Let me first close this box, clicking on extension, and here you can notice this send on event option. Yes, you will have to enable this option. Once you will enable this option, this will ensure that every time the new form submission data will arrive in this spreadsheet, the data will get sent to Pabbly Connect automatically. Okay, so I have enabled this. Going back to my Pabbly Connect dashboard, and the first step of our automation is also done. Finally we will send the SMS to the customers. Okay, so we already have the customer's data, basically the customer's phone number, and as I have told you initially that we will send the SMS using this Twilio application. Okay, so firstly I just need to select the action event, and just like firstly we have connected Google Forms and Pabbly Connect, now we will connect this Twilio and Pabbly Connect. And for the connection it is asking for the account SID, the authorization token, and once again the account SID. Okay, so when you will go to your Twilio application, okay, I am already logged in. Here you can notice you will find all the options here. Okay, so let me copy this SID first. Alright, I have copied. Let me paste the same SID at both the places. Now it will ask you the authorization token, so you can find the same token from here only. Again I have copied the same and pasted here. Alright, and pasted here. Alright, so I have pasted, I have provided all the details, clicking on save, and this is how Twilio application will be also connected with the Pabbly Connect. And from here exactly I can compose my SMS, and I just need to provide the recipient and the sender number, and this is how I will be able to send the SMS to the customers. Okay, so I want that hello and the name of the customer should come here automatically. Okay, so how I am going to do that? The interesting thing is I don't need to manually copy the data and paste it here. I am going to map this data, and mapping is very simple. Click on this field and you will find the above data, the form data here in the drop down. Let me search for the name of the person, which is demo user. Alright, so I have mapped this field successfully, mapped this name successfully. Now you must be thinking, what is this mapping? So whatever the detail I am going to provide here manually, these details will remain same, but whatever the details I'm going to provide with the help of mapping, these details will be changed automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, so how about I directly paste the same SMS data which I have shown you initially into my screenshot. Okay, so give me a second. Alright, so I have copied the whole text and let me exactly paste the same text here, and I have done that. Thank you for submitting the form and sharing the feedback with us. Let me also correct the formatting. Hope you are liking our services. Also 10% off is running right now on all the products. Don't forget to avail the offer. Thanks again Pabbly team. Now from here exactly you can compose any kind of email, and whatever the details you want to keep on changing automatically based on the form submission data, you just need to map those values. Okay, this is how those details will be replaced automatically. Asking for the sender name, well, I am working in the trial mode of this Twilio, okay, and the number is provided via Twilio already. Okay, so how about I use the same phone number as a dummy phone number as the sender phone number. And finally it is asking for the sender name. So when you will collect the real number from your customers, you will have to map the number from the below data. Okay, so I have mapped it successfully. Okay, so what will happen when this automation will work in real time? This number will be replaced automatically as soon as the new person will submit this form, the new customer will submit the form. Okay, and this is how this automation is going to take place with the help of mapping. But currently at the moment I'm going to replace this number with my genuine number so that I can show you how the message will be received on my phone number, on my own phone number. Okay, so let me add my phone number here. Alright, so I have provided the number, and make sure that you provide the number into this particular format only. Now clicking on this button save and send test request, because I have provided all the data, and here you can see the response is received, and if you heard the notification I can clearly see that the SMS is arrived. Let us check my phone and let me upload the same screenshot here. Okay, alright, so the SMS is arrived and this is the screenshot. Hello demo user, thank you for submitting the form and sharing feedback with us. Hope you are liking our services. Also 10% off is running on now on all the products. Don't forget to avail the offer. Thanks again Pabbly team. Okay, so I hope you have learned that now onwards how you can easily send the thank you SMS to your customers, and not just the thank you SMS. You can also send the welcome SMS to your customers. You can also send offer related to your customers, offer related SMS to your customers. Okay, and to automate this SMS sending process, you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually, and it is not compulsory that you will have to follow the exact step. If you are using some other form builder software like Elementor Forms, Jot Form or Woofu Forms, in place of Google Forms you can select the same form builder, and in place of Twilio also you can use other SMS based application and automate your SMS sending process. And just in case if you want to access this automation, I will also attach the link of my automation into the description box. So you just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free. How to send SMS to multiple users automatically when a specific condition is met in Airtable. So I have lot of records in Airtable, and whenever a certain condition is met in all those records, I would like to send SMS to those records only. So I am going to do that by setting an automation in Airtable and this SMS application Twilio. So if you also want to learn how you can do that, then come with me and I will show you everything step by step. So these are several records available into my Airtable, and I would like to send the SMS to specific records only whenever a certain condition is met, and I am going to send the SMS via Twilio. So to automate this process, I'll have to first integrate these two applications with the Pabbly Connect, which is an integration and automation software. And since I'm an existing user of Pabbly Connect, here you can notice I am already logged in. Okay, you can also create your free account in Pabbly Connect in just 2 minutes from this sign up free button, and in the free account you will also get free tasks to test this automation. Now once you will reach to the dashboard, click on this blue button that is create workflow and provide any random name to your workflow, to your automation. Okay, so I am providing the name. Basically I have pasted the name as send SMS to multiple users from Airtable. Okay, now I am going to click on this create button and you will notice two boxes in front of me. Okay, so these are actually trigger and action. Okay, and here the trigger means means when this happens, an action means do this. So whenever this happens, then automatically do this. Try to understand with an example also. Let's say whenever a sale happen in a payment gateway application, then automatically send an email via Gmail application to your customer. Okay, so this is how you need to always select the applications in which you are building an automation. Okay, and according to our use case, I want that this automation should run on the daily basis. Basically, I want that my automation should check this Airtable data every day, and if it will find out the status as not submitted, it should immediately send the SMS. Okay, so in that case, I am going to select the schedule instead of selecting this Airtable. Okay, so schedule is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect via which you can schedule your automation, schedule your workflow. Okay, so it is asking that how often you want to run your workflow. Okay, so I would like to run on the daily basis, so I have selected every day, and here you can also specify the time. So let's say I want to execute this automation on the daily basis at 12:34 AM. Okay, so I have selected the same timing. Okay, it should not be PM, it should be AM. Okay, so I have selected the same, clicking on save, and this is how my automation, my workflow is going to execute, has been scheduled for every day. Okay, so what should happen every day at this specific time? So basically it should check the Airtable record, so that is why I will be selecting here Airtable. Okay, so let me search for the same, and in the action event I am going to get all records. Okay, here you can notice lot of action events are available here, but I will go with this get all records. So basically I am going to build a connection in Airtable and Pabbly Connect in such a way that my automation will fetch all the records into the Pabbly Connect, and then we are going to specify the condition. For that, I'll have to first build a connection. So clicking on connect, clicking on add new connection, and for the connection it is asking for the token. Okay, so how you can get this token? You will have to directly click on this developer hub section. Okay, and this is how you can create a new token. Okay, let me show you how you can do that. Okay, so click on this create new button, and here you'll have to provide a random name to your token. Okay, so I'm providing the name something like automation of SMS. Okay, now in scope you'll have to click on this button and select the scope which are mentioned into your Pabbly Connect dashboard. Okay, that is data records read, data records write, data records comment read, data records comment write, and lastly the schema based read and schema based write, and lastly the webhook manage also. Okay, so let me select all these scopes one by one. Alright, so I have selected all the scopes as mentioned into the help text, and lastly I am going to add the base, that is all workspaces. Okay, so let me also select the same, clicking on add a base, and here you can notice all current and future bases. Okay, so I have selected the same, clicking on this create token button, and this is how I can get the token which I have copied. Let me paste the same token here, clicking on save, and this is how my Airtable application will be connected with the Pabbly Connect. And since we are connected, whatever the bases I have created into my Airtable account have started visible here. Currently I will go with this assignment. Okay, so let me search for the same, that is assignment. Okay, and in this assignment base I have how many tables? Okay, so I have table 1 and 2. Okay, but I have the data in table 1. Okay, so I am going to select the same. Now as soon as I will click on this button, you will notice that Pabbly Connect will give me the data of all the records that are available into the Airtable. Let me even show you all the records one by one. Okay, so here we have the record ID of the first record, the timing, the field name, the assignment topic, the assignment status, and the student number. Okay, so this is the data of the first record. Let me show you. We have the data of the first record. I'm sorry for that. It is showing me the data of the last record. Okay, dummy student. Okay, so if I will check the data of this record, you will notice that we have this dummy student data, we have the topic, we have the assignment status, we have the student number. Okay, so this is how we have captured the data of all the person, all the records into Pabbly Connect. Now I want that whenever I execute this automation, the SMS should be sent one by one to each person. Okay, and here the idea here is I would like to send a notification to multiple persons whose assignment status is actually equal to not submitted. submitted. Okay, so I am going to specify this condition within Pabbly Connect only. Okay, so how I am going to do that? Firstly, in order to execute this automation one by one, I will have to capture the same response firstly into the advanced format, for which you will have to disable this button, that is simple response. Now as soon as I'll click on this button, you will notice that the same response will be received as in array format. Okay, let me show you. This is an array format and this is the same data. Here you can notice we have the record ID, again we have the created time, we have the assignment topic, the status, the phone number and the student name. Okay, so this is how we have the data of all the records. And now after that I am going to iterate this data. Okay, again iterator is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can execute your automation one by one. Basically you can convert this array format into the simpler format. Okay, in this choose array I don't even need to select this array because I have a single array only in this workflow which has got selected automatically. Clicking on this button and you will notice that this time I will receive a single data only. Okay, so one data at a time. Here you can notice I have received the data of the last record. Okay, so this is how when this automation will work every day, what will happen one by one, these records will be fetched up. Okay, this is how this automation is going to execute. Now as I have told you, I don't want to send the SMS to all the students. I just want to send the students whose status is actually equal to not submitted, basically who has not submitted the assignment. An SMS should be sent that kindly submit your assignment as soon as possible. Okay, so how I'm going to set this condition? With the help of filter, which is an amazing feature of Pabbly Connect, via which you can apply amazing conditions within your workflow, within your automation. Okay, so in this select label you can notice whatever the data we have captured, whatever the steps we have applied into our previous, basically at the above you will find the whole data here in the drop down. And in this case I am going to select the data from this iterator step. And which data I am going to select? That assignment status. Okay, so if the assignment status is actually equal to not submitted, okay, then only this automation should proceed further, then only the SMS should be sent. Otherwise this automation will stop, should stop here only. So here you can notice whenever the condition is true, the automation will proceed further, and if that condition is going to be false, the automation will stop here only. Okay, in our case we actually have the data in which the status is actually equal to not submitted, so that is why the condition is true. And if the condition is true, what should be the next step? So basically it should send an SMS notification to that user. Okay, and as I have told you initially, I am going to send these SMS with the help of Twilio application. Okay, so I have selected the same. Just in case if you want to use any other application for sending the SMS, you can also do the same. In the action event I will select this send SMS, and just like we have connected Pabbly Connect and Airtable, now I am going to connect this Twilio and Airtable. Okay, so clicking on connect, clicking on add new connection, and for the connection it is asking for the SID, the token and the SID once again. So when you will open your Twilio account and log in into this SMS application, you will find several details at the dashboard at the home page only. Okay, so let me copy the same. This is the account SID which I am going to paste at both the places. Now it is asking for the token also. Let me again copy the same, coming back to Pabbly Connect, and let me paste the same here, clicking on save, and this is how Twilio application will be also connected with the Pabbly Connect. Now it is asking for the body of the SMS, the sender and the recipient number. Okay, so we already have the recipient number which we have captured from the Airtable data. Here you can notice, and again this is the dummy data, the dummy phone number, but don't worry, I will replace this dummy number with my genuine number so that I can show you how SMS will be received. Okay, body of the SMS, so from here exactly you'll have to compose the SMS. Okay, so I'm writing something like hello, and I want that the name of the student should appear here automatically. So again I am going to map this name from the iterator step. Okay, so here we have the name of the person. Alright, where is the name? Student 3 is the name of the person. I will write comma, I will add a comma here. Hello student 3, your assignment is still not completed. the topic assigned to you was, and here again I will map the topic name. Okay, so to you, let me first correct the spelling. Now you must be thinking that what is this mapping which I am repeating again and again in front of you. Okay, so whatever the details I will map here, these details will be replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time, and whatever the data I am writing here manually, this data will remain same. Okay, so this is the power of mapping, and this is how this automation is going to take place, and that is why mapping plays a major role inside this automation. Okay, kindly submit your assignment at the earliest. Okay, so what will happen, what is going to happen here, every day my automation will be executed on this specific date and time, basically on this specific timing, and it will first fetch out all the data from the Airtable, and then it is going to iterate the data one by one with the help of iterator, and after that it is going to check that whether this data has the status as not submitted or submitted. Okay, so if it will find out that the status of the person is actually not submitted, it is going to send this SMS to the person that kindly submit your assignment. Let me also correct the spelling. All right, thanks. Okay, thanks. Okay, and lastly here I will provide the sender number. Okay, this is my Twilio account, a testing Twilio account, a trial Twilio account. I am going to copy the same number provided by Twilio. Okay, let me paste the same, and here technically you will have to map the number from the above data. Okay, from this iterator step. Okay, so what will happen, as I have told you, whatever the details you will map here, these details will replaced automatically when this automation will work in real time. Okay, and make sure that you provide the phone number in this specific format only. Okay, so what will happen, in the next time the SMS should be sent, the SMS will be sent to the next person automatically. Basically this phone number will be replaced automatically, but for now I am going to delete this number and let me provide my number here. Alright, so I have provided my genuine number. Clicking on this button, save and send test request, and here you can notice that the response is received, and when I am checking my phone, I have also received the SMS of this assignment completion. Okay, let me upload this screenshot here so that I can show you. Okay, so this is the SMS I have received, that is, hello student 3, your assignments is still not completed. The topic assigned to you, I'm sorry that this spelling is not correct. Okay, let me first correct the spelling from here. Okay, it should be assigned. Okay, so hello student 3, assignment is still not completed. The topic assigned to you was globalization. Kindly submit your assignment at the earliest. Okay, so this is how now onwards, with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can send the SMS on the conditional basis. Okay, so whenever you would like to send the SMS to the specific records only from Airtable, whenever a certain condition is met, this is how you can automate this process with the help of Pabbly Connect. Okay, here I have taken the example of sending the assignment related SMS. Okay, you can create the automation for any use case of your choice. Okay, and in order to automate this process, you need to create this automation inside Pabbly Connect just once. After that you can sit back and relax, because Pabbly Connect will take care of all the tasks in the backend. You do not have to do anything manually, and just in case if you want to access this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, I will also attach this link into my description box. You just need to click on this link and sign up into the Pabbly Connect, and then you will be able to access this workflow, this automation inside your Pabbly Connect account, that too for free.
Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about how to send Slack notification back to user on SMS. So there is a conversation going on in your Slack channel, and whenever a reply is made by any team member to the other team member, then if your internet is not working, you might want to get a SMS notification. For this, you can create a complete automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. Here we are going to integrate these two applications in such a way that whenever a new message is received on Slack or a reply is made, that you will get an SMS notification. So here our trigger will be the new message in Slack, and our action will be to send SMS notification using Twilio. Let us learn how to do that.
How you can integrate Slack and Twilio in such a way that every time you receive a message on your Slack channel, any specific channel over here, then you will receive a SMS for that as a notification using Twilio. For example, here I have multiple channels going on. Now let's say new task is the channel I am working upon, where I get the updated new task every day. And this dummy test is one user who has actually created this message in the channel. So now whenever a message is received, then you will receive, or that person will be sent a notification, right? That a reply has been made to that specific SMS. So how are we going to do it? Let us quickly sign in into our account, so that we will reach this place where I can see all the applications provided by Pabbly, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect to create this automation. Click on Access Now. That will take me to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Reaching here, we will be able to see a big blue button on your right side where it's written Create Workflow. Click on the button and give a suitable name to your workflow. I'm going to name it as Send Slack Notification Back to User on SMS. Click on Create and then a blank workflow will be created for you, like you can see on your screen. You will be able to see the two major modules of Pabbly Connect on which the whole automation runs. So before that, I would like to remind you to open both the applications that are supposed to be integrated, which are Slack and Twilio in this case. We will be able to connect both these applications easily to Pabbly Connect, and also the required changes has to be made for this specific workflow. So like the trigger says when this happens and action says do this, it means that trigger is going to be the first application where the event is going to take place for the very first time. And as soon as that happens, the action application will do this. And what? Which is the assigned action. So the trigger over here is going to be Slack, because a new message will be received with this trigger only. Whenever a new message will be updated over here, then we will be receiving a response right here. And the action application therefore is going to be Twilio, because once that happens, once the trigger takes place, then Twilio will send the SMS on that specific number of the user. That is why we have named it back to user on SMS. So let us begin. Now Slack will have a trigger event, which is new message. All right. So whenever a new message is posted, now it can be any specific channel. So whenever a new message is posted for any new user, it is a new saved message, it is a new channel. So these are all the triggers. We want a new message update. So we will select this one. And now we will click on Connect. So we need to connect Slack and Pabbly Connect in such a way that whenever a new message will be received in any channel over here, then along with the name of the channel, the data which is the message of Slack channel will be brought over here as a response. So Pabbly Connect will basically get access. So click on Add New Connection and connect with Slack. Now you have to enter a token type over here. What is a token? Token is basically a key which allows you to perform certain actions. Click on this here button over here, and then it will take you to the forum by Pabbly page, and here you will be seeing the difference between user and bot. If you type user over here, then you will be allowed to perform these actions, and if you type bot, then you will be allowed to do these. So here you can see that we have search messages. All right, so this is basically for bringing a message, right? So we are going to use user token over here, type user and click on save. And you just have to click on allow to give access to Pabbly Connect, and it will be done. Your connection will be established. Yes. Now we are supposed to select a channel over here. So like we have many channels over here, we want one specific channel to be important whenever there is a receiving of a message. So let us choose general channel over here. Here are multiple messages, and we are going to create one new message right here, and then click on save and send test request. So like general is my channel name, I will select that channel. And if you click on save and send test request, it will give you a 0 response. But we are going to create this message right now. Like I have a prepared message for an event over here. The description, date, and the order created person is also given over here. Click on enter and see this message is created in this channel, which is called general. Go back to your workflow and click on save and send test request. It will bring you all the details related to that person. First of all, the user is here. The type is a message. Then the text is here. The complete text is brought to you over here. All right, then we have the team ID, then we have the client message ID and every other thing. So here are the elements also, like all the messages here. So basically we have all the details related to that person. But what we do not have, because we are supposed to send SMS, then it is important for us to have a number. We do not have any number, but we do have a user ID over here. So we are going to take this user ID and find a user and that's how you will get the details of the user, including the phone number. So close this module and now click on this plus button because you might have to add one more step in between. Choose your Slack as your application again, action application. And now what you will do is choose the action event is as get user by ID. So this is the one, get user by ID. You already have the ID in the previous step. So you will take that ID from that step and then retrieve all the details of the user who has sent this message. Click on connect. Now you are connecting Slack in the second time in this workflow. There is no need for add new connection. Just go to select existing connection and click on save. It will be connected to the same account and then you will need user ID over here. Now we are supposed to map the user ID. How are we going to map it? Whenever there is an empty field in front of you where you want to put the data from your trigger application, then Pabbly Connect makes this easier for you. Click on that button, click on that field, and it will ask you to insert data from the previous step. Now you can't copy it from there and paste it. What if another time any other user, like over here we have dummy test, and the second time Pabbly Connect creates a message, then the user ID will change. So in that case, we have to map the data so that every time a new data is exchanged in the response over here. Alright, now this is the one for this new message that we have created. If there is another message, then a new user will appear over here and that new ID will be mapped over there as the user ID. So click on that button and then open this drop down menu. You can map the user ID from here and click on save and send test request. It will give all the data related to that user, including the phone number. So here we have the response where you will see that you have the user ID, the team ID over here, the username, the real name. And when you scroll down, you will find that yes, you have the profile phone number as well. So this is the phone number of that user who has created this message in your Slack channel. So we are going to use this number. This is what we really needed along with the details of the message to send a SMS. So now move on to our action application, which is the final destination. Open Twilio and choose the action event as send SMS message. Now for that you have to connect both the applications because basically you are going to use all the data in your Pabbly Connect workflow to send via Twilio. So connect Pabbly Connect and Twilio, add new connection, and you have to enter the SID and authorization token and SID again. So for that there is nothing to worry about. Go to your Twilio landing page, scroll down, and in the first page itself you will find the SID and token over here. Copy this SID and paste it at respective places. Now you need the authorization token. You can copy it similarly and paste it over here. Once it is done, click on save and your Twilio and Pabbly Connect will be connected. Now after the accounts are connected, you will be needing 3 different fields to be filled. The recipient number is the number of the user where you want the message to be sent. So enter the number, then read the help text given over here that you're supposed to add the country code as well. So I'm going to add the country code here itself, which is this one. This is my country code. You're going to use your own. Now what is the sender's number? Like when the person will see the message in the mobile phone, then there will be a person or a contact detail from where the SMS has come. So for that you are going to take this Twilio phone number. So if you're working for a company, then you do not have to use your personal number. You can take this number to be displayed over there. So go to your workflow and paste this number over here. Now this is going to be a static data. It is not going to change because every time the message will be sent, it will be sent from this number only. Now you have to send the message. What is the body of the message? So here I will write Slack channel notification. So now what you can do, you can map the text over here, which is this complete detail, and you can also add one over here that check your channel. Alright, this is the message I have drafted. Now this is a very simple and basic content that I have created. You can customize it according to your own requirement. What data you want to reveal and what you don't want to reveal. Click on save and send test request and a message will be sent to the specific phone number. See, we have received a message over here. Here it is sent. The body is visible to us. Sent from your Twilio trial account and the Slack channel notification, and it will appear like this. So nowhere in this complete workflow you can see that there is any error. So basically our work has been done. So let us close this module over here and go to our SMS, that were we able to receive a notification message for this Slack channel or not. So here we have the message sent from your Twilio trial account and Slack channel notification, and that is how it was visible to us in our response as well. You can customize the message according to your own requirement, what you want to send to the person who has sent the message. So this was the whole video. I hope this helped.
In this video, we are going to see how to send SMSs for new tweets on Twitter. So let's say that every time a new tweet is posted on Twitter, what you want is your admin or your team must be notified about the same. And for this, you can use any SMS sending service. Here we have taken the example of Twilio. Now, to do this, you will have to integrate the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be Twitter and your action application would be Twilio. Now, how can you do this yourself? Integrate and automate this entire process. To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, we can see two options: sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply click on sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user here. And as I do that, here we have reached all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. As I do that, here we have reached the dashboard of this application. Again, on the right hand side, you can see a tab create workflow, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is to send SMS messages for new tweets on Twitter. I'm going to click on create, and as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, action says do this. Basically, action here is the response of your trigger application. Now as per this integration, my trigger application would be Twitter. Let's click on this. And now the trigger event. So this is the event that will make my workflow start, and here I'm going to choose new tweet. So every time there is a new tweet, this workflow is going to run. Here on the right hand side, it is written that this trigger will check for new data in every 10 minutes. Basically, this trigger application has a polling time of 10 minutes. So the workflow is going to run in every 10 minutes to fetch for new data. Now I'm going to click on connect, and as I do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with a Twitter account. To set up this connection, I'm going to select add new connection, connect with Twitter. So here you can see it is asking me for the access. Let's click on authorize app, and as I do that, here you can see that the authorization has been successful. Now once this is done, I'm going to take you to my Twitter account. So this is my Twitter account, and I'm going to tweet something. So let's say my tweet is good morning everyone, happy Republic Day to all. Now I click on tweet. So as I do that, here my tweet has been published. Going back to Pabbly Connect, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And as I do that, here we can see that we have received the API response. This is the screen name of my user. As I scroll down, so again here we have the location, then again as I take you down, this is the message, good morning everyone, happy Republic Day, and that is it. This is the created time. Now what is my objective? An SMS should be sent to my admin about the new tweet. So I'm going to choose my action application as Twilio. Let's click on this, and the action event here would be send SMS message. Let's click on connect. As I do that, here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Twilio account. Let's click on add new connection, and now to set up this connection, we need the account SID and authorization token. For this, first you have to log into your Twilio account, and then you can click on this hyperlink. For this, I'm going to take you to my Twilio account, and as I scroll down, here is the account SID and authorization token. So I'm going to copy the account SID, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here and here. Then I need the authorization token. So this is it. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect and paste this over here. Once done, let's click on save to set up this connection. And here we can see that Pabbly Connect is now connected with Twilio. Now we have to map this information. First of all, the body of the SMS. So I'm going to write team, a new tweet has been posted. Now the details. So first of all, I'm going to click on my previous step, and as I take you down, this is the screen name. So here I'm going to mention screen name. Then next thing that I have here is the text that has been posted. So this is it. So this is the tweet. So I'm going to write tweet. And then if you want to add the created time, as I take you down, this is the created time. And now here I'm going to write time. Okay, so once this is done, I'm going to just write regards. And now the sender's number. For this, we have to go back to Twilio, and this here is the sender's number. I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste this over here, and then we have the recipient's number. So I'm going to mention the number of my admin. So once this is done, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here we can see that we have received a message. At the same time, here is the screenshot of the message that I have received. This basically means that our integration process is a complete success. But we also need to check this in real. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you back to Twitter. Here I'm going to write another post. I hope you have a good day. So as I click on tweet, so as soon as this has been posted, what should happen? Automatically an SMS should be received. But here you can see that our trigger application has a polling time of 10 minutes. So we are supposed to wait for 10 minutes and then we will receive the SMS. And here is the screenshot of the message that we have received, which basically means that our integration is a complete success. Now let's check out the process once again. So here our trigger application was Twitter, where the event was new tweet, and our action application was Twilio, where we had to send an SMS. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, then you can check out the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any specific integration to work on, you can always write to us.
So in this video, we are going to learn how to retrieve multiple rows from MySQL database automatically. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can get the data of multiple rows from your MySQL database into your Pabbly Connect workflow, and you can start setting up automation. So in this video, we are taking a simple example of payment updates. Now in my MySQL database, just for an example, assume that I have details of my customer and their payment updates. And I want all the customers whose payment is due. We will be getting the data of all those customers from MySQL. And then in this video, using automation and Pabbly Connect, we are going to send payment reminder notifications to those customers as well. So guys, how you can do that? To know this, you have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard. Now to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link of Pabbly Connect in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can create your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. And after reaching to this dashboard, just click on Create Workflow and give this workflow a name. For example, I would like to name my workflow as MySQL to Twilio. And then just click on Create. Now you can see that a workflow is open over here. And in this workflow, we have two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's begin with the trigger window. So here guys, in this video, we will be seeing how you can get the data of multiple rows from your MySQL database. So here in my MySQL database, I have created this table, and here in this table, I am adding some details of a customer regarding their payments. I've added the transaction ID, customer name, email, mobile number, the amount, and the payment status. Now I want the automation workflow should be executed every day. Every day from this table, it should get the details or the data of all the customers of all the rows who has payment status as due. So in this video, we are going to set up an automation workflow which will be executed every day. Every day, it will get the data of all the customer with payment status due from this MySQL database. Basically, we are going to get the data of multiple rows and then we are going to send an SMS reminder to them. Just for an example. So here guys, let's begin. So first, to ensure this automation workflow should be executed, should be run every day, we are going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect here in trigger window, and that is schedule. Select schedule over here. And after selecting schedule by Pabbly, here we can see that the next thing it asks us is how often you want to run your workflow. So in the drop down, we can see different options like at regular interval, once, every day, days of the week, and dates of the month. So because we want this automation workflow to be executed every day, so we have selected it. And here it is asking us for the time, that at what time this workflow should be executed every day. So for example, I'm selecting time as 10 a.m. and then just click on save. Now, when we click on save, in response here, we can see that we have scheduled this automation workflow to be executed every day at 10 a.m. Now, after starting this workflow, in the next step, we will scroll down, come to our action window, and here we want that it should get the details or the data of all the customers of all the rows with payment status as due. So in this video, I'm just taking an example of this payment status table, but instead of this, you can use the same step, the same process to get any kind of data in multiple rows from your MySQL database. So here guys, first we have to connect our MySQL account in Pabbly Connect. So here in action window, in choose app, search for MySQL, just select it. And then in action event from the drop down, select get rows as the action event. Click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our MySQL account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the database username and password of our MySQL account. We have to enter the host of our MySQL account, the database, and also the ports. So if you are working with MySQL, you must be having all of these details of your account over here. So just enter them and click on save to make the connection. In this video, I'm just selecting my existing connection, the old connection, and I'll click on save. And then we can see that our MySQL account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, after connecting our MySQL account, the first thing it asks us is the table name. And in the drop down below, you can see a list of all the tables which we have created in MySQL. So here guys, these are all the tables which I have created, and out of all of this, the table named as payment status. In this table, from this table, we want to get the data. So from whatever table you want to get the data, get the rows, just select that table over here. Then after selecting the table, the next thing it asks us is the column name, that in which column we are searching for data. And in the drop down, you will see a list of all the columns which we have in this table. So here you can see all the columns like transaction ID, name, email, mobile number, amount, and payment status. And here you can see all of these columns over here. So here guys, we are searching for data. We are looking the data or sorting the data on the basis of this column as payment status. So here we will be selecting payment status as the column. Then it is asking us operator. And in the drop down below, here you can see a list of different operations over here. So in this video right now, we are using equals to as an operator because we want to get the data of rows who has due as the payment status, who has value as due over here in this payment status column. So here after selecting equals to as an operator, we are going to enter due in value. So all of these three fields completely says in this column, if the value is equals to this, so then only we will be getting the data of those rows inside Pabbly Connect. So all the rows with this column, in this column having due as the value, then the data of all of those rows will be collected or received inside Pabbly Connect. Then at last it is asking us limit. So the help text below it says enter limit to fetch the specified number of rows, example 10. So how many number of rows you want to get? You can actually specify the number over here as well. Like for example, if you want 2, 3, 5, 10 or a limited amount of rows, you can enter the limit over here. But if you want to get the data of all the rows, just write all. And that is it. After this, the help text says, if you are fetching multiple rows, turn off the simple response so that you can use iterator as your next action step to process rows one by one. So here guys, what we are going to do, we have in this option of simple response. This is turned on. We are going to turn it off first. And then after turning it off and entering all of these details, your value, your operator and column, just click on save and send test request. Now guys, when we click on save and send test request after closing this simple response button, here you can see that we have received the response. And in this response, you will see the details of all the rows, the data of collective data of all the rows, which is having due as the value in this column in our table. So here you can see that in response, we have received the data of 4 rows. This is the data of first row. This is the data of second row. This is the data of third row from here to here. And this is the data of fourth row. So we have successfully received this data, but this data is right now present in array format. So guys, in the next step, we are going to use a feature of Pabbly Connect that is called iterator. So using iterator, we are going to convert this data, change this data from array format to a simpler format. And also using iterator, one by one, we are going to start processing this data. So in the first iteration, we are going to process the data of the first row. In the second iteration, we will be processing the data of second row, and we will be keep on going. So here guys, in this table, you can see that there are only 4 rows with payment status as due. This is the first row, second row, third row, and fourth row. That is why in response, you can see that the conditions which we have given over here to this action step, according to these same conditions, we have received the response. So guys, let's change this data from array format to a simpler format and extract the data of one row and start processing this data one by one. Now to do this, as I told you, we are going to use iterator. So just click on this add action step button, and here in choose app, select iterator over here. Then after selecting iterator by Pabbly, it has automatically detected the response which we have received in array format. So here in choose array, it has automatically detected results over here, the same response which we have received in array. Now what we have to do, just click on this save and send test request button. And after clicking on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received the response. And in this response, you can see the details of the first row which we have received from MySQL. So here from MySQL, we have received the data of the complete row, all the rows, multiple rows, which has due as the payment status. But after using iterator, here you can see the data of the first row. So in the same way, right now, while setting up this automation workflow, it is showing us the data of the first row. But while actually executing this workflow in real time, while this automation workflow will run, it will get the data of all the rows with that payment status, with that condition which we have added, and using iterator, it will start processing all of those rows one by one. Now after using iterator, what we have to do, we just want to send an SMS notification to these customers on their number. So here we have added the iterator. Now we will just scroll down, click on this add action step button. And here in choose app, we are going to search for Twilio. So in this video, I'm using Twilio to send SMS, but instead of this, you can use any other application as well. Not just sending SMS, if you want to send some notification or send some data or whatever automation workflow you want to create according to your choice, you can create it over here. Now after this, after selecting Twilio, an action event from the drop-down, select send SMS message, click on connect and select add new connection. Now here guys, we have to connect our Twilio account with Pabbly Connect to send the SMS. And to make this connection, here it is asking us account SID, authorization token, and once again account SID of our Twilio account. Now here you must be thinking how you can get this data. Now to get it, just go to your Twilio account, and here in the home page you can see account SID and authorization token over here. Just copy this account SID from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And here once again. Then go back to Twilio, copy the auth token, get back to Pabbly Connect and paste the auth token over here. And then just click on save. Now when we click on save, here we can see that our Twilio account is connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, here the first thing it asks us is the body of the SMS. That what is the body of the SMS which we want to send. So I want my SMS notification to be hello, and after hello, I want to mention the name of the customer to whom we are sending the messages. So here guys, using MySQL get rows, we have received the data of all the rows, all the customers over here. And using iterator, we have converted that data into a simpler format as well. So from this drop down, from the response of iterator, select the response of the name of the customer and map it over here. After this, I want my message to be. So this is just a reminder that you have a payment due of rupees, and here we want to mention the amount for which the payment is due. So from MySQL, we have also received that data. So from the drop down from the iterator responses, map that data as well. On time. Thank you. So this is the kind of message I want to send to the users. So we have created the message in the body section and mapped the required data. Now after this, the next thing it asks us is the sender's number. Now to get the sender's number, you just have to go to a Twilio account, and this is the sender's number, my Twilio phone number. Just copy this from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. And the last thing which it asks us is the recipient number, that what is the number, mobile number of the user to whom we want to send the SMS. So we have received the mobile number from MySQL database, and using iterator, we have converted that data into a simpler format, and we were processing the data one by one. So from iterator responses, select and map the response of mobile number over here. So the help text below this says, enter the contact number of the recipient, example this. So here it is showing us we have to enter the 10 digits mobile number with the country code and the plus sign. But the number which we have over here is a 10 digits mobile number with country code, but the plus sign is missing. So we will just manually add the plus sign before it over here. So you just have to make sure that the mobile number which you enter is with the plus sign, country code, and then the 10 digits mobile number. And then just click on save and send test request. Now when we click on save and send test request, here you can see that we have received some response, and this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the message body which we have created is been sent to this same number which we have mapped over here, or the same number which we have added in our MySQL database. So let's check the SMS inbox of this number. And yes guys, here you can see that the SMS has been received to the user which says hello testing dummy, means the name of the user which we have added in MySQL database. This is just a reminder that you have payment due of rupees 1000. Please make the payment on time. Thank you. So this is the same message whose body we have created over here in Twilio inside our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now here guys, you can see that in this video we saw how you can get the data of multiple rows from MySQL in Pabbly Connect. And using iterator, when this automation workflow will be executed in real time, this automation workflow will be running. Then after getting the data of multiple rows from MySQL inside Pabbly Connect in array format, using iterator, we will just one by one start processing that data from here. Like for example, we have received the data of 4 rows. While actually running this workflow, it will get the data from MySQL, and after that using iterator, it will first send the data or process the data of first row and send the SMS to the first customer. Then it will send the SMS to the second customer, the third customer, and it will be keep on going, keep on iterating in this way. So not just these applications guys, you can connect plenty of other applications using Pabbly Connect. And guys, one more important thing, you will find the clone link of the same workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and use this workflow for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can do it for absolutely free.
If you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can post them on forum.pabbly.com. So if this video was helpful to you, you can obviously like this video, comment down your suggestion, and don't forget to share it with others. So guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.